By the way, hello and welcome to tonight's TPK. Tonight, after trying to inculcate the lessons from our last session, we actually have the terrain drawn out for you, so you'll be able to see exactly where everyone is most of the time. I'm going to try to not be constantly moving stuff around the whole time during the game, so if there's a reason for us to show where the minis are, I'll be moving them around. Otherwise, we're going to be focused on theater of the mind. And on that note, let's begin the recap. So, Thoric, what happened last week?
Last week, sir, we went on a little bit of an adventure, and it was a juicy adventure. It was the juiciest adventure we have thus encountered far. Words escape me. Anyways, we essentially were stumbled upon this little ancient room where there were statues of these gods, and we also found a mummy, an ancient elven mummy. It came from the elves, and we opened it up. You scavenged some of the treasure on it, and then everybody took home a little, little statue and everything. There was a creature inside these statues, and I ate one, because sushi, why not?
What?
And
What
yeah,
else
why
do you
not?
do?
I mean, I'm on an adventure, so get over it. And so I ate a sushi thing, and we moved on, and we were trying to get away from that area and find a way out of that little, I guess that tomb or wherever it was we were, and we encountered these little like crazy beetles, like the type of beetles from like the Mummy that like eat people. And those things started coming out. The dwarves that we were with were trying to find another way out, but they were attacked by some demon creature, ghost thing. And so basically, we lost two dwarves, and now we're in a room full of flesh-eating beetles. And we encountered an old elven barge, and so we were also chased by some green magical construct. And so, but you know what? My belly is full, and my heart is warm being with my friends in this terrible, terrible scenario that we're in.
Bravo.
That was
beautiful.
That was an incredible recap. I think you covered absolutely everything there, Thoric.
I think I take notes.
That was
But you got a couple of points wrong.
Yeah, probably. But you know what? Everybody knows that my points are right. Everyone knows this. So
Hey, you need to watch that
Guess
centricism.
who's dying tonight?
I think we're gonna eat Thoric first.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
You
doing
can't eat me.
cannibal.
That's impossible. You can't eat me.
Yeah,
We're
we
gonna be
can.
stuck. It's the medicinal qualities of Thoric flesh.
Oh yeah, healing properties,
Alright,
right?
after you eat them, do you take a holy...
Andy
So,
broke the stream.
I'm wondering if the audio is still bad. I got a note that the DM needs to turn their volume up a little bit. Is that better for you, Parachik? Is that coming through better? Because that is at the maximum that I can do it. All right.
Welcome back, Pyro.
We'll see. All right, so definitely did not forget about the sushi from last time. Strong choice, very, very strong choice. Before we get to that, Eve, anything stand out to you from the last session? I guess you can just pick up with the recap and fill in the gaps. There can't be many.
The correct version.
Well, when it came to finding the mummy and the canisters that we found with the organs in them, yes, Thoric ate one, Bard and Millicene fought over another. I took the remaining three, but what the party didn't know is that when they all left, I put the three back.
That's right. Fun
And
stuff.
said a sort of prayer / apology to whatever being was there.
I believe that's called being a fun sucker.
Oh!
A what?
Right?
A fun sucker.
Or
Usually I get rid of the S.
party pooper.
A Yes. No. All right.
Please stop. Just drink your coffee, dog.
How's that coffee?
Tastes like
Tastes-
floor.
Better in his mouth.
So
Mm.
you did put the three canopic jars back. Gary, anything stand out to you?
Yeah, the value of the sarcophagus and the 3 scrolls that Gary obtained. One was a receipt. The other one was like a riddles thing. The other one was a scroll of consecration.
One's more a religious manual.
The riddles?
Yeah,
That one?
Yeah, that one's
The G Lord Foda?
Thoth.
Yeah, Foth. Put an A at the end of Foth. Fotha.
Thotha?
I don't know.
What the frick?
Yep, and then we ended up getting money, taking a short rest, and we went down and crossed back over that trapped floor. Orn led the way through another series of floor traps. Then we were able to get past those, and we were trying to safely figure a way to get through this sandy room. However, a giant green hand came out of nowhere, obliterated a dwarf. So we were forced to either stay there and encounter that thing, or dive into the sand, to which most all of us dove into the sand except for the demon girl, the devil lady. She stood there and then kind of looked at her, and then it just like scanned the room and stopped and walked away. And then we got out of the sand and got onto the boat.
Yep.
And that's where we're at.
I think that covers everything. If feel free to chime in, Bard, Mel, if you guys noticed anything that we didn't mention. Anything stand out?
There was a very good bone at the beginning of the session.
Which you still have, right? The femur?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been carrying that around. Gotta find a good place to bury it. I think I smelled some cat shit in the sand room, but I think that's just me. That's about it. I warped up on the barge, and I'm just slobbering on the bone right now.
My headdress has stayed on, which is great.
You're oh yes. So actually, side note here, Mel. I have had a devil of a time finding an image of that headdress. I could draw it, but it's gonna look terrible. But I know I've seen it. So
Draw it so it looks terrible, and then send it to me, and then I'll try to make it, and it's gonna look terrible because I'm not a crafty person. So it'll even out in the end. A terrible drawing leading to a terrible fizz wrap that I will wear on my head, and I will make it out of Amazon boxes.
It just come Halloween, I'm certain I could buy this thing, but I cannot find a picture of it anywhere. I must be just using the wrong search term, like when I was trying to find saltpeter and I kept looking for salt and pepper. Anyway,
Salty Peter.
I'm not sure if it's been noted, but Orn is trying to go up one of those pipes.
Yep. So Eve, you're up an inspiration die as you watch the greenish glow recede down the tunnel back the way that the jackal-headed, towering 10-foot creature, the Ushapti, came from.
Yay!
You don't hear the sound of any more little footsteps or the sound of metal clanging on metal or any cries at all. Just eerie silence echoing down the corridor. Orn,
D6.
you're in this small... Yeah, it's a D6 inspiration die. You're in this small, very smooth tunnel. It is a kind of a chute that you realize after it goes about 4 feet into the wall, it turns almost completely vertical. Straight above you.
Can I do a check to see if I can navigate that?
It'll be very difficult. You can, but you realize that due to your broad shoulders and whatnot, you're basically going to be Andy Dufresne-ing your way up this thing.
That's not going to stop me from trying.
Okay, nope. Go. Feel free to try, sir. That would be either a athletics check or a. I'm open to another option, but I think athletics is probably the best one.
19.
Did you map that area out, Andy?
Well, in a manner of speaking, Orn, as you worm your way up this
I want a
shaft.
different term. Worm is offensive to dragons.
As you slither your way.
Oh, okay. As you slither and slide.
Like a snake.
Yep, up the shaft, twisting and contorting your form, scales over scales. You feel the rock kind of biting in and the dust digging in until all of a sudden your head impacts a solid, caked, dried sand plug. Whoop! Well.
Or not.
Now you die.
And
Chicken now.
Yep.
I take all your gold.
Rocks fall. They kill only Eve, Bard, and Orn. Meanwhile, Thoric.
Oh snap!
As you stand on the deck of this ship, and you're kind of like taking a moment to breathe, you've realized you've gotten away from the chittering bugs, which have largely subsided. The room is otherwise very quiet. Hey guys,
Hey, sorry.
can you hear us?
I'll
Okay?
just die.
Yeah, I was moving my mouse to better give room to us, and I accidentally just closed everything.
Yeah, he said you guys died.
That should move us.
I get all your gold.
That should give us a huge extension on the next crash, right?
Yes.
The only one that would die would be him.
So, Orn, as you're climbing up this shaft, your head impacts into a solid, caked, dried sand plug in this shaft.
Plugs and shafts. Okay.
50 Shades of D&D.
50 Shades of Dragon.
I need a sign. I need a little sign that just says PG-13.
And then you tear it up.
It's like halfway through the episode, just like, and that's that.
How many F-bombs was that?
Can I punch through this? Or headbutt it?
You may certainly try. It feels very solid. It does not.
I also internally feel very solid. So I feel like I can make this happen.
Roll a strength check.
Is it athletics?
No, this is just going to be strength
Yeah, that's fine.
for headbutt.
A natural 1, which is a total of 6.
Okay. As you
Am I about to go on the something
pull
slide?
your head back, I need you to make an athletics check.
Athletics check or an athletics save?
It's going to feel like a save.
Yes.
8.
Orn. So meanwhile, back on the ship, as all of you are kind of like taking stock and the room is beginning to fall quiet, suddenly there's a thump sound as Orn pops out of the shaft and slams onto the sand.
I immediately start running to the ship.
As you land in the sand, you like kind of dust yourself off. You hear around you this rising.
He said he immediately runs for the ship.
Orn books it for the ship. All right. As you leap onto the back of the ship, all of you can see a black mass moving behind Orn as he pulls himself up over the edge of the ship, and the black mass kind of like dithers on the sand. You can see they're large, kind of 3-inch long scarabs with bright purplish and greenish wings. Iridescent, that's the term I was looking for. They're iridescent wings, very bright, and they kind of mill about before they all slowly sift into the sand. And it's as if no one walked across the sand to the ship at all. No signs of any tracks. It is exactly the way that it looked when you walked into this room.
So it's all smooth.
It's all smooth.
So we don't have to eat Thoric. We have a large infestation of insects that we can feed off of.
But as you all, as you're all like taking stock, any of you who wish, except for Thoric, I can roll a perception check.
Is this a smelly smell thing?
Or Thoric, I want you to know you automatically succeed. This one you can't fail.
10.
Heck yeah.
10, Mel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it a
4.
perception check?
Yes.
I don't see shite. You said you can't feel it.
Thoric?
You said Thor.
Thor. Oh, never mind.
Gary, you got 4, right?
Yeah, I rolled a total of 4.
Okay.
Same.
I got 5.
Wow.
That'd be a 19.
Oh my gosh, this is great. So, Bard, you can react however you want here, but as you're looking as you're like thinking to yourself that you don't need to actually eat Thoric, and maybe this is all going to be okay. You look over. You look over at Thoric, and you notice that Thoric has a small little outbreak of small scales that are sliding out of his skin slowly along the back of his neck, just underneath the neckline, just underneath the beard line.
Dang, I got herpes.
So I'm like half chewing on a bone, and I'm
What's wrong with the dog?
Wait!
What's wrong with that thing? Wonder what's wrong with him.
I'm all like,
Very odd. That's so weird.
Thoric, to you, it feels like you've got a strangely crusty rash underneath your beard. Might be time for your annual bath. Maybe. I'm not going to get too carried away here. Alright, so, meanwhile, the only person who's not on the ship would be Eve. Eve, you stand on the steps at the mouth of the corridor, back the way that you guys came.
I'm not in the corridor. I'm at like the bottom step.
Yeah, you're at the just at the entrance to this room, to the sand room.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so beyond you can see the obelisk with the body hanging from it. You can see the crashed form of a statue in the sand between you and the obelisk, and beyond it, the crashed form of another statue in the sand beyond the obelisk.
Okay.
Do you want to do anything? Or are you good where you are?
Well, I recall I had flown to the body, so I don't need to do that again. And what else do I recall from having flown to the obelisk up in the air?
So the
Like what do you recall sitting around the room?
The obelisk has a body hanging from it that seems to be an intentional suicide.
Yeah, I remember those.
I guess that is that is possible, I guess.
It is possible.
Well, suicide is the act of intentionally killing yourself.
We're talking about other types, but that's for another day. Anyways,
Tarzan's an example of unattempted suicide.
unintentional.
Mm-hmm.
The Clayton.
band name.
Yep, Clayton.
Okay.
Unintentional.
Yeah. All right.
What
So
about Clinton?
nothing. Clayton didn't kill himself. So
What?
Aside from the body that's hanging from the obelisk, you can see that there were other statues along the wall. A couple of them have fallen into the sand in the room, but for the most part, they're still up. And then beyond that, you saw a few wrecks in the sand that were kind of protruding from the sand. They looked like they might have been boats at one point.
Okay. And was there anything like... Was there anything worth mentioning about the statues?
They appear to be pharaohs, elven rulers, but aside from that, you don't notice any. You don't remember. Nothing about them seems very distinctive.
Okay.
Nothing that trips your memory.
Okay. Well, I guess what I'll do for now is, since the party is on that boat and it seems that the scarabs aren't going to bother them, I'm going to go just peek around and see where the giant thing went to and see if it'd be safe for me to fly them over individually, and let's make our way out.
Okay.
You made everyone go. Oh, never mind.
Did it phase for a second there?
Yeah, it's back.
Okay. I wasn't certain if what I was doing was gonna cause a problem. Oh well. So, as you peek around the corner here, Eve, as you kind of creep up to the stone, peek around the corner, you can see all the way down this long, narrow hallway, the glowing greenish figure stands beside another glowing greenish figure. The two of them seem to be gathering up the dwarvish bodies, and they're one of them's holding the pieces of one. He's kind of gathering them kindling wood. It seems to have been hacked into a number of smaller pieces. And the other one is just dragging the limp body of a dwarf. And as you watch the two of them walk around a corner at the far end of this corridor, and after a moment, the greenish light disappears. So, by the way, you're down 3 dwarves. Malcolm seems very distressed.
I'm sure he is. I'm gonna get to that corner and peek around it.
So
I'm curious as to what they're doing.
So you're gonna go all the way down this corridor?
Wait, how long is it?
It's very long. It's over 100 feet long.
Don't leave us!
You can totally do it. It's
go.
past those 6 doors, past the secret room that Gary found, past the treasure room, which is halfway down. The secret room that you guys found is opposite the treasure room. The treasure room is halfway down this corridor. So if you go again as long down the corridor, you'll be out where those green forms disappeared. You shop tea.
Okay. Nah, I'll go back to the party and I'll fly over to them.
Okay.
And hey guys, so there are 2 so far of these creatures. And they're picking up the dwarven bodies and they just disappeared around a corner. I suggest, since it's not safe to go on the sand, unless someone wants to risk running to the stairs, I'll help get y'all over and we try and find a way out.
I like that plan.
Well, what's that body hanging from above us? Is that chain connected to something like a pulley system?
No, it's just connected to the obelisk, that's it. There's nothing of interest, really.
If we go back the other way, we might get attacked by those giant things.
Well, there's
I
2
wonder
of
if
them.
maybe we can use the body. I mean, it's probably not a good use, but we could probably use it as a distraction if I can't fly. After run for it.
Let's do that first.
I don't know why that affected Discord, but apparently it did affect Discord. Okay, that should be better volume for the audience. I was getting a couple notifications that my volume was kind of low, so hopefully that fixed it.
Oh, we can check out this boat we're on here. Is the lower deck?
Well, as Gary, you say that, you kind of look around the boat and you realize that there's a small satchel near the back of the ship.
Okay, I'll go. I guess I'll pick it up, look at it.
All right. It's got an old, dry leather flap over the top of it.
And flap it open.
All right. Inside, you find a small leather-bound journal, as well as a 2-foot-tall golden statue, which is very familiar to you.
Oh, jackpot!
Hey, better share.
I found this notebook here. Now I'm gonna flip it open and see if can I read.
How are you gonna hide the 2-foot statue?
Oh, hold on, I'm reading the notebook.
All right. If my my thing's gonna work here. All right. The journal is of an adventurer. You might want to write this down. I was trying to figure out how best to. I was trying to figure out how best to send this out, but.
Oh, we just lost Manny.
Oh, he sent a message.
I think I'm gonna leave that alone because by the time it takes me to switch everything back.
Yeah.
All right. So. There must be a better way of doing this. All right.
The Journal of the Adventurer.
Yes, the Journal of the Adventurer. So, you might want to take a note here. This adventurer's name is Sazim.
Sazam?
I'm getting a little bit of feedback from somebody's audio. Yep. He joined.
Don't worry about it.
He talks about how he joined Nereus when she showed him a treasure map of these ruins.
Wait, what was his name again? I asked to double check the name.
His name is Sazim.
Sazam. Okay, I'm just gonna guess how you spell that.
Sazem, but it doesn't really matter.
Alright.
Alright. They entered the tomb through the roof shaft. Heading south, they snuck past the traps in the Great Gallery. They camped inside the death temple that they found, and it was there that things started to go wrong. Bemfu the wizard was first to die when he read a scroll aloud and was struck by lightning before the doors, which then opened. He lies there still in the chamber, the death temple, because they were afraid to touch him. But Nereus, driven on by this greed, this mad craze to seek treasure, urged them to go forward, urged them onward. They'd already been through the lower part of the temple before and hadn't found any treasure. Just a stupid statue, which they'd been unlucky enough to get into an elevator and then break the elevator as the statue plummeted to the bottom of the shaft along with the elevator. They'd been lucky to get out with no one being injured for that, but apparently their luck ran out at that point when Bemfu died in the Temple of Death. Beyond the Temple of Death, they found a buried pyramid. And it was on this pyramid that Nereus, rising to the top, spoke an incantation from a spell that from a scroll that none of them had seen that she'd been carrying. And the pyramid illuminated, glowing green. And Nereus glowed green as well. She fell to the ground. And before Sazim or Aki could reach her, she was gone. She was dead. They tried to revive her, but they decided that it was just the most important thing was that they get out of this temple alive. But as they made their way down the pyramid, trying to leave, trying to find a way out of this buried ruin, the doors to the death temple closed behind them. Another pair of doors lay before them, but before they reached this, Nereus appeared, seeming driven mad. She struck down Aki, and Sazim ran for his life. Now, he's aboard this ship, surrounded by chittering scarabs that want his flesh. It's been 4 days, he's out of rations, no more water. He's just going to end it all. And in his journal, there's a note here, in which he bequeaths his belongings and his most heartfelt wish for good fortune, to whoever finds his journal.
Well, you're screwed.
Well, good fortune.
You've been cursed.
Well, I've got a good fortune journal now. That's good to know.
From this you can
I think I
infer
might
that
know
it's
who's hanging up there. Mr.
The one-
Sazim.
The one that bestowed good fortune upon you?
Right. It would appear he ran into a dead end here.
Bum, bum,
Quite literally.
Yes.
Oh, and he's back.
There we go.
Sorry, guys. That was a quick emergency I had to take care of.
It happens, man. Oh,
Diarrhea.
there is also a treasure map inside the pouch, and the treasure map shows Akbadet. Doesn't show many other settlements around, but it does note another ruin due west of where you know the garden would be, which it doesn't note on the map. It shows this desert ruin that you didn't know was on the map. It's due west of the garden.
Good to know. We got another treasure map for future. Alright, well, I got another idol here. I'm sure it's another good fortune idol, but we'll see who earns it. Maybe I'll give it to one of you if we make it to the room again. That secret room. If we want, we can go back. Try to plug it in. It's right around the corner.
That's fine. Let's just get out of here first.
Yeah, I think we need to work.
Well, it would appear that we're in a dead end and we need to go back. Go down the tunnel, down the shaft that we went through before.
Well, what were you saying, Eve?
Okay, so we can do one of two things, or we could do both. I could fly people over, and then we could also use the body hanging above us, throw it in the sand, have the scarabs distracted by it, and those who I can't fly over can run. Or I carry a couple of people, we do the body, we do it all at the same time.
Well, DM, feasibly, how long would it take for her to move everybody?
Again, this is one of those things where if she's having to fly everyone, like for an extended period of time, which would be like across this gap here, Eve's going to be exhausted by the time this is done. It's going to take you probably the better part of an hour to move, what is this, 10 people? It's not 10 anymore. 9 people.
Well, we can sacrifice the NPC.
Malcolm's like, just a moment now.
Oh, did you hear my inner thoughts? Was I thinking out loud again? I'm sorry.
He's finished ramming whatever wad of rags that he was trying to get down this tube. He's finished ramming that down there. You're not leaving any of us here. We're all walking out alive, laddie.
All right, so I mean, yeah, we can do both. How many do you think you could feasibly do without getting,
Well, I
super
know
exhausted?
I can. Before I carried both Millicene and
Honora.
So you can carry 2.
Honora. Thank you. I was blanking on her name.
The difference.
Yeah, I can carry.
The difference here is that was just 50 feet going up in the air. This is you're going to fly halfway across a room that's 100 feet long, back and forth, carrying.
Right.
more
Well,
people.
I'm asking if you were to just carry those 2 across again, that would
She's
be okay.
fine. Yeah, she's
Okay.
absolutely fine.
So maybe do that, and then we can.
Well,
if you-
Nora's not here, so
Huh?
Honora's not here.
Okay. Well,
Just
that's
Ben
fine.
out.
Whatever.
Oh, I forgot she wasn't.
Yeah.
So
No.
I can carry Millicene and maybe one other
Lighter.
person, light person.
I mean,
Bard
if you count Benab and Sazim's body, you've got 2 other means of baiting the scarabs.
We're not giving up on Nora.
No, we're not doing
Au
that.
revoir.
Who's the next lightest person?
The dog. I mean,
Well,
he
you-
has 4 legs.
Are you going to move, or do you want me to carry you?
I stopped growling at Thor for a second. Or
I'm gonna guess it's probably
This is
Bard
right.
with Millicene.
Growling at Thor.
yes.
Has anyone else
Just like,
noticed?
They're just like,
What
it's
is
just,
it, boy? What
It's
is
just a
it?
dog.
It's just a dog.
I think he wants to be carried. That's what he's growling at.
He wants Thor to carry him.
No, I'll.
Want some butter, dog? Want some sweet butter? From my beard?
Ooh.
Oh.
Peanut butter.
Oh, yes.
Better.
All the peanuts.
Ooh, now I'm putting peanut butter on one of those brownies.
So, do any of us look at Thor to see why he's growling at him?
Well, none of you notice it right now.
Wolf.
It's
Oh,
underneath,
yeah,
it's underneath his beard, so maybe
Yeah.
you guys will notice it later.
All right, so Well, you just carry Melusine because she's, Miss Princess over there.
Duchess.
And
I'm sure Banav is pretty light too, isn't he?
if you want to get the body,
He's not heavy.
Well, I could go ahead and cut the body down.
cut the body down.
And
Every man
then
for
y'all
himself.
can throw it.
Yeah, we'll throw
once
it.
Perfect.
All right, we'll do that.
I'll go ahead and fly up and cut the body down.
Okay. You have a
And you can bring it down for
light-
us.
It's just a husk of bones.
Oh.
It's still something. It's on the sand.
Nope.
Thank you for your sacrifice, dear adventurer.
Yeah, he's just saying for your purposes, it's super light.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so you bring that down. I'll toss it. Whenever we're ready.
Okay.
All right. I'll grab Melusine and Banav. Ready?
Well, you can go whenever.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and take them on then.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Steve.
And is everyone else ready to run?
Wait, does this body have any flesh on it that we're about to drop?
Not very much. It has like a little bit of stringy flesh on it, but
Ew.
not like anything that's moist.
Again, it's still something that is going
No,
to
he's
touch.
asking
I
for
know.
him.
I'm just saying that the idea is it's just pressure going
Yeah.
to be on the sand and disruption, and it's going to.
Bard doesn't want to know because he's a dog and he wants something to chew on with flavor.
Anyway.
You're
right?
not. No.
Orn,
What's that?
Gary, and Thoric. Why don't the three of you make a nature check?
19 on the die.
7.
7. Gary?
9.
9. Okay.
Mod.
So,
20.
Orn, you feel, from what you know about creatures that hunt through tremor sense, is what this is called, that you'll need something that's going to be continually moving. Something that just falls onto the sand is not going to attract attention for a long period of time.
I'll break the bones and I'll just keep throwing them as we're running across the sand in their direction so that maybe it'll confuse them.
Now that would work.
Okay, there we go. That's my plan. So I'll start carrying them like the other guys were, the bundle of sticks.
Well, you wouldn't know that.
No. But for example purposes.
You're gonna be throwing bones?
Oh God.
But guard, you gonna get eaten right there.
All right, I'm gonna go to the dog and be like, "Hey Bard, I'm gonna be tossing these that way. Don't go after them. Dangerous.
Bard!
Tie the dog to
Bones.
somebody?
Scarabs
You.
eating you? You. Wait,
Can you do a performance
good
check?
boy. Good boy. Don't go after these.
Oh, okay, of course. Duh.
That's all it takes. Just a little bit of rub and you understand, right?
It's okay.
All right, so whenever you guys are ready, you can hop off this ship here.
3, 2, 1.
Ron!
All right, so Orn,
Run.
go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check.
For me?
Yep. I need an athletics check from Gary, an athletics check from Thoric, and
Oh, not athletics.
I'm gonna roll for.
Did you just get a negative?
He has a negative to his.
Got
I
14.
got -3 on athletics checks. Oh,
14.
12.
Well, she seemed ready to pick you up, but Gary seems sufficiently motivated as he trucks along. What'd you get, Orn,
Do it.
For athletics?
for your sleight of hand?
13.
13. Thoric, what'd you get?
14.
14. Oh, everyone's doing a great job here. All right, so it's one round of movement for all of you to get back to the mouth of the room.
I thought you said it was 100 feet.
No, it's 50 feet. Yeah, and
60
you guys,
From the end.
you guys are
to down.
running all the way out. The whole room that you'd seen into was 100 feet long. It's actually longer than 100 feet.
Oh, okay.
But you guys are only
So
about
how-
50 feet in.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna just poof over to the door.
Oh, so Bard's over there, no trouble at all. As you're making your way up the steps, some of you hear the clacking chitter of buzzing beetles coming from behind you. But all of you make it up onto the steps in just enough time.
Yay.
Do the bones seem to actually distract him a little bit?
Oh yeah, no, that's what I was. You were basically rolling a deception check against the beetles, and they bought it.
Okay. I'll just throw the rest of the bones on the ground whenever we get there and say thank you, whoever you are.
Snack.
His name was Sazim.
His name was Fazim.
Shazam. Right.
Shazam.
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 Yeah. We did our-
Shazam.
Ah, someone got it. Someone got it. All right, so you all stand at the mouth of this tunnel, and that leads back the way that you guys came. Remember, there's a large cave-in that you're basically all looking at, and then the tunnel now turns, from your perspective, turns left as you stare down this corridor. So rearrange the map here.
Was it someone drawing the map?
Not necessary.
I thought Aaron was drawing the map.
No,
Why would I draw?
I have the map drawn.
Leonardo DiCaprio was drawing the map.
That's right.
He's not here right now.
Oh, if only.
He's missing an ear.
All right.
That's Van Gogh.
Oh, well done.
Wow.
Well done, Orn.
Art History 101.
DiCaprio is Da Vinci.
Yeah, well, that was a joke.
I know.
All right.
I don't know, and I don't know artist.
As you all look down this corridor, can everyone see that? Yeah.
Thanks.
Yes.
Cool. All right. That's what the corridor looks like. I don't have a mute
Around
button
it.
on these things. Alright, so as you guys look down this corridor, you can see the 6 rooms, and you can see the spot of blood on the ground right in front of you that kind of sprays all up on the wall and on the floor here. Looks like there was a brief struggle that took place. There's also a bit of blood from where Orn got caught by one of the traps. And,
Don't slip.
What?
I'm just going to say don't slip.
There's 6 rooms.
Remember, there were 6 doors down this corridor.
Did we ever long rest on the boat?
No.
Nope.
Short rest?
We short rested.
You did a short rest, right?
Mm-hmm. Everyone did
Yeah,
a
we
short
short
rest up in the
rested.
tomb.
Which does nothing for me.
What do you guys
Yeah,
want to
try not to get hurt because I'm limited in my healing. As in, I have like 2 slots left, so don't suck.
Thanks.
I stopped chewing my paw. Fine.
Just like,
Please.
Gary, what are we doing?
Oh, yes, I got that back.
I didn't know there was 6 rooms here. Should we check out any of these rooms, or do we just head back to the secret passage in the treasure room, and are we just trying to leave? What are we trying to do? What do we want more treasure out of this place, or do we want to get out?
We want to get out.
I want to get out.
important.
to leave.
Malcolm's like, I'm emphatically voting we leave.
Body limbs, or do we want to get out?
What was that, Eve?
I said, what's more important? Do we want to search these rooms while there are 2 green glowing beings collecting body parts, or do we want to get out of here?
I want to get out so I can enjoy the gold that I do have.
Alright, well, let's go. We know where that secret passage is that led to the way out last time. We can try
Okay.
going there and seeing if anything's over there.
That caved in last time as we were going through, right?
Maybe the top of it, though, we can climb over the rubble and get out. I don't know.
He wants to cash in a statue.
Yeah, I know you
Yeah,
want to.
someone, I said I was going to give it to one of you guys. I was going to play a little game, though, to see who got it.
Well,
Let's
you
play
got
a
a
game.
statue. I've got like 1 or 2.
No, this is a special statue. It will give you an electric shock and make you feel all tingly inside.
Well, do we think there's an exit in one of those rooms?
Well, either way, if there's not, we can just walk back and go back through the top. climb our way back out through the top and fight our way through those skeletons that pushed us down there in the first place. See if they're there.
So, the dwarves did tell you that the exit had been sealed by those skeletons. That's why they came down.
Oh, at the top?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
We cannot get out.
The way is shut.
I think the secret passageway is our best bet then. We can at least try to see if we can get out, and if not, then we gotta come back here and check out the way where those giant things were taking the body parts, or we check out any of these 6 rooms, or...
Orn's gonna look at Malcolm and be like, don't you guys know dungeon diving and stuff? Shouldn't you know your way around here? Or is that like a completely racist thing that just made up in my mind?
You can't just ask a dwarf if he knows a dungeon. My god, you're racist.
Coming from the elf.
What's wrong with you? You sick man.
Malcolm? Malcolm, can you hear me down there?
Aye? Oh, aye. I assumed you were talking to your companion.
I said Malcolm.
I was lost in thought composing my eulogies. 3 good mates they were.
Yeah, don't you dwarves know how to get out of this kind of stuff?
That was the first way you put it.
I'm just trying to cut to the chase now.
What do you mean by you dwarves?
You, being a dwarf...
By the way.
Define this stuff.
How to get out of dungeons. Don't you kind of have like some kind of connection to dungeons and can sniff your way out or something?
Ordinarily, I'd use a drill or I construct some form of lathe to work on the stone, as it were, but fresh out of all of my mercury.
And you can't sniff your way out?
Nay. Not... Dwarves only be sniffing their way out when there don't be other races around to witness the magics that is our dwarven sense of smell.
Malcolm, I would like to apologize.
You're really letting us down.
Dragon.
Malcolm, I apologize. The lizard is an idiot. He doesn't get much air to his brain, so...
3 of my
Yeah,
mates
you
be
have to
dead.
forgive his idiocy.
Just ignore him.
3 of my fine mates be dead. Fine miners they were. True and honest. And now I have not only to compose their eulogies, but to figure out how to divide their 3 parts of the shares.
Should be sent to their families.
Well,
Die
go
to
the
their
bank.
families,
Go
yes.
to the bank.
I think they were all single.
Oh,
Like, looks at the other dwarves. I single. I never knew Sven or any family.
I think we
No,
consider them like
Brother, you'll be doing what's right on our kin.
What was that?
Send it to their families.
What was that, Mel scene?
I thought we were kind of like their family.
This is true.
We are their family.
That was a
I
very
feel like
real,
we're-
awkward silence. That was not me wondering what to say. That was Malcolm wondering what to say about that.
We're family. You're part of this family too, Malcolm.
Where now? I do take your meaning. Let's not be too hasty then to be dividing up of the golds. Just, we do not know how many of us will be walking out of here alive. So, what I propose then is that we'll be holding it like a bank. So as to be speaking, we'll hold it, and then however many there is of us that survive, which of course we are all hoping we all to be coming through this success, all to be making it to the surface in one piece, but however many of us do make it up onto the surface, that's how many shares to be divided.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mess with us.
I know you may be saying that this may have some adverse motivation built into it, but I promise, the 4 of us are honest as the day is long.
You mean now 3? I'm just kidding.
I don't even know if it's day or night right now, so...
And then there were 3.
There are 5 dwarves, counting Thoric.
Alright, well, let's figure out how we're going to get out first. On the way out, we're going to pass all 6 doors, right?
how are you guys wanting to get out? Because the treasure room is right. Come on. I didn't plan on having enough space. The treasure room was right here, and then there was the tunnel that you guys found that went up to the Guardian's chamber.
Well, let's check these 3 rooms as we're going, and then we'll see if we need to adjust to the other 3 rooms.
I agree.
Hey, Andy, can I ask you a clarifying question?
Yes, sir.
Oh god.
So the sand room with the big ship in it, we did not fully explore that room, like the back of the room.
No,
It was very, very big.
Yeah, it was very, very big.
Oh, I thought we saw the edge of the room.
Nope. You guys only went about halfway into that room.
She flew around.
Yeah, I thought she flew around to check out the room, and it was just, we knew that there was 6 tunnels on either side that
Perhaps,
went up.
perhaps I misunderstood.
Boat in the middle of the room.
I don't think I actually clarified that question. Eve, did you mean to fly all the way into the back of the room?
Yeah, to look all around the room.
Okay, then that's my fault. I'm sorry. So let me go ahead and correct that mistake then. So you guys would know now from what Eve saw when she flew all the way back into the... I think something happened when she was like flying halfway back, but whatever. Anyway, as you reached the point where you can now see further into that long room, you can see that it once was an opening. There was some kind of carved entrance at the back end of this room. It is completely caved in. It's just a mountain of rubble that has filled up what once was an entrance or an exit to this room.
Aren't dwarves good at moving rock?
Excavating.
I don't know, Warren. Why don't you ask them? I know. Take the dwarf to it. So, just to the right of that, in an alcove, Eve, you would have seen a small, defunct dock. Kind of a small, single-pier harbor with a door built into the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you, Eve, would know from your Egyptology study, not your Egypt, your River Elf study, you would know, and if you relay this information to Thoric, he would be able to corroborate that one of the traditions that the River Elves used to observe was the burying of nobility on a river bier, so that they would be seen by the peasantry as they went north to be buried. Kind of like a parade, a final parade. So you could be able to infer that this is what was an entrance for a burial into this tomb.
So an entrance meaning on the opposite side would be an exit.
Yes, but as he says, it's caved in.
No, did you say that was caved in as well?
No, so there was... Actually, I can go ahead and show you on the board. So this is where you guys are right now. Here's the room that you guys were in, where you were on that ship. Beyond that, the room extends some more. And I didn't realize until I got down here, but apparently I didn't actually create the port slide.
Very good drawings.
Yep.
Very Leonardo DiCaprio.
Next time you can prep for the game session, Devin.
Social distancing and all, I couldn't.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Alright, so this is all caved in. This is all caved in, but over here there is a dock. And built into the wall over here is a door. Can you guys see all that?
Yeah.
Alright. That's what you would have seen had you flown all the way to the back of the room. Sorry about that.
Well, hell, let's go back that way.
Yeah, so there was another door back there.
Yes.
Dock in the door.
I assumed you guys weren't going that way because of the scarabs.
Oh man, we could figure a way to get around them.
Scary scarabs.
We could break. What we could do is we could break apart. Well, no, never mind.
Break
Break
Ben
apart the
Opp's
ship.
legs, leave him in the sand.
Yeah.
Dang.
He was
Oh, hey, darn.
You wouldn't.
We have extra dwarves we can get rid of first.
What now?
No.
Before we start talking about throwing bodies in there,
Let's not argue about who abandoned who.
could we potentially break apart the ship and build a bridge across?
There's
Now,
not
how long
quite
would that
enough
take?
wood, however, there are wrecks of ships across the way. You could try to hopscotch your way.
Why don't we just hopscotch? Makes more sense.
You agree with this?
Did we just rewind to when we were back on the ship?
One barker, yes. Two barker.
Do we rewind it?
What's in that?
We re-won.
On you.
Rewound. Back to the ship.
That's fine.
Better
That
not.
was entirely my fault for not giving the full description, so we can put everyone back on the ship if you guys would rather do that.
Yeah, I even drew the room just blocked off. The back.
Oops.
That's where I thought the dead guy hanging was like a pulley, maybe, to open up the room
You
more.
can do a lot of other things, but you can't talk.
Oh. Sorry, guys.
The dog is trying to communicate something to me, and I don't understand his ass.
I think he's trying to say that he has 4 legs and he can run faster than the bug, so let's put him in the sand.
Ruff.
Oh,
That's a no. I know that.
So he wants the rope. What do you want done with the rope? Okay, you
Hang
want
him.
He wants a leash.
you want them to fly you over? Okay. You can't just poof. So you want to run, and once they catch up, you want me to lift you up. Okay.
Wow, that's.
We can do that if someone wants to.
Oh wait. Are you
I'm
gonna
gonna pretty
fly
much.
over and like hit the sand as our distraction?
Yes.
she's gonna fly around like a little helicopter, and he's gonna kick in the sand while we run to the deck.
Wow.
When they get close, you want her to
And
lift.
then lift you up when they get close.
All right. So
Are we okay following the dog, the dog lead on this one?
Sure.
Put him on lead.
Yeah, and we finally got a collar for him.
I've been saying this for a long time. I support it.
This whole plan hinges upon him having a leash.
Yeah.
No,
Finally.
she's like holding on to his fur or something, and you
With a
know.
rope.
No.
No.
I'm gonna tie it like a harness around his midsection. He's gonna run, and when they get close, I'm gonna pull the rope up.
All right. So,
This is so ridiculous.
did
I will
not.
also throw some bones in the sand too. Like I'll try to create multiple
What
distractions.
bones?
There's still some bones.
Poor Azim.
He's
And technically, he never threw his body up.
That's right. He did.
Yeah, we retconned that, so we never threw his body.
All right.
Would you consider him an organ donor? Did he sign that on his license?
Yeah, so fly the dog over towards the entrance, like where we kind of came in, so they'll be as far away as possible from us, and then we run for. You lift him up. Just keep doing it again. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ruff.
Okay. Who's?
Hopefully we make it to the box.
Bro.
I guess this will be an athletics check for Eve to start us off.
Use your inspiration.
First, we'll do an athletics check from Bard as Bard goes running out onto the sand.
Is this for like how fast I'm running?
Yeah.
Or am I running?
you're prancing. You're just like, what is it they call the horses doing? The
Trotting.
yeah.
Oh, the Spanish walk.
Yeah, the Spanish walk where it's just like, no, not that. Where they're kind of like bouncing. What is it called?
Yeah, that's like
Cantering?
The boss?
No, I can't remember what it's called.
I don't know, but doing something like that.
I was, for some reason, imagining Bard dressing in dragon doing the hula for little scarabs.
He needs a partner for that.
Yeah. I'm like Timon and all in one.
To Pumbaa.
For the inspiration, it's a D6, right?
Come on.
Yes, ma'am.
Puma. Alright, it's an 11 on the athletics.
All right. Bard, you successfully get their attention. Mere moments after your paws touch the sand, you swear you can feel stuff moving underneath your paws as you're prancing forward. And Eve,
I got a 12.
you got a 12. As small buzzing insects take flight after Bard, his paws leave the sand. The chittering buzzing chasing Bard as he lopes across the sand onto the next location. All right, when are you guys gonna go?
Oh, I thought we would have gone while that distraction started.
Yeah, at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like while he's kicking in the sand, getting their attention, we would be trying to
Airbud.
go shortly after.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good call.
Right.
All right,
So I think
Do we need to do athletics check?
it's gonna be an athletics check for everyone else.
those rocks are how far from us? Like 30 feet?
Hey, seriously?
Oh, the other boat? The other boat's
No,
like,
no.
yeah, it's about 20 feet away from you.
Oh, it's another boat in the sand or a rock?
It's just a wreck.
Okay.
Okay, I got a 7.
Okay.
There you go.
I got an 11 and Bernard got an 8.
Ooh, okay.
I rolled a
Yeah.
17, so that's a 14.
Go ahead and roll, just to be sporting about it, go ahead and roll with advantage for Bernab and Thoric because you guys, the bugs are distracted by Bard.
Let's see if advantage modifier.
Yeah, Bard bait.
Just a modifier, you just roll it twice.
That
Take
should
the
be the
highest.
name of the episode, Bard
Okay. Yeah, 7's the highest.
Okay.
Your advantage?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yep.
add your...
Thumbs up.
Bye!
Oh, you add the second roll to your original roll? How does that work?
No,
add
no.
your
Just do it, that's the highest.
Yeah, so the highest was my original, which is 7. The
Okay.
second roll was like 5.
Winner, chicken dinner. What's Bernab's other roll?
He got a 12.
You got a 12. All right. So the rest of you all book it to the other ship. Thoric gets stuck in the sand.
It's sinking.
And Thoric, you're going to take an attack from a swarm of scarabs.
Yeah.
Can I rescue the dragon breath and dragon breath?
Yeah, you can definitely spit dragon breath at him. I'm not sure why that would rescue him, but
No, I
he's
want to pick
safe.
him up.
Yeah, he won't be eaten alive.
Fair. No, I want to pick him up and then puke dragon breath on them. It's ice. It's ice.
You're going to be
Nice.
standing in the same space that he's in, so you'll get attacked instead.
Fine. I'm still gonna pick him up.
Okay.
I gotta save the cleric. Can't let the cleric die.
All
That's
right.
my performance. Not drawing no, no.
Orn dives into the sand, snatches
What do you got?
Thoric from the tiny gnashing gnaws of 1,000 hungry mouths, which swarm over Orn instead, as he turns and dives aboard the ship. So they kind of lose interest in you after you get aboard this ship, but it takes a minute. You're able to like smack them off of yourself, Orn. You take 8 points of damage. That's Piercing damage. Yeah, piercing damage.
Mean little buggers.
Yep. They are feisty. All right, so with that, it'll be over to Bard again.
Yeah, I'm gonna like start surfing on the sand.
I'm gonna yell. I don't know if we need this plan.
What's your athletics,
Seems like
Bard?
Gotta roll again.
I'm gonna use one of my fighting spirits. I'm gonna gain 5 HP, and if I decide to attack on my next round, I get advantage.
Got a 17.
Okay. That's very good. Bard, this time you successfully draw their attention and evade. Eve, it's time for your athletics.
I got an 18.
Woo! We're getting the hang of it.
Very good. Excellent.
Ah,
This time,
get in.
the scarabs are nowhere near Bard as you vault into the air, and it's time for everyone else to roll their athletics with advantage.
Could I do a healing action?
Sure.
Okay. I am gonna do.
You'll lose your advantage this round if you do.
I will carry you.
I mean, everybody's able to do a double movement, right? Except for Thor. He's doing an action, right?
Right.
Are we going for the dock here?
Let me talk to Orin. Orin, before we move to the next ship,
You got
would
6
you need me to heal you, or do you want to continue to carry me?
Are you guys where are you guys running? Are you guys running to the next nearest ship, or are you running for the long way for the
Yes.
dock?
No, the next nearest safety spot.
All right.
And I'll just carry Thor.
All right. So
You do what you need to do.
that'll be one roll.
Thank you, Noble Dragon.
One roll without advantage for Orn. Melusine and Gary and the dwarves are still going to have advantage.
13.
Very
Yep,
good.
13.
Oh man.
I got a 14 and a 22. Me and Bernard.
Okay. Bernab, Mel, Gary, and Orn carrying the dulcet. The demure Thoric. Whoop! Who spazzes out on us apparently. Thoric!
Well, you can't see me? I'm
Nope.
right here.
Oh, I can see him.
I can see you guys. Really?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me turn the.
Dream.
How about now?
There he is.
Alright, cool.
Okay. Unfortunately, one of the dwarves is not fast enough, and he trips, falls in the sand, and is swarmed. His cries echo in the hall for a few seconds before he disappears into a
Was he
chittering
carrying
swarm.
some gold?
Yeah, he was.
Damn.
I grab it.
There's a mound that's kind of like vaguely rocking in the sand of swarming black scarabs all over what once was this dwarf. Do you want to go over there, Horn?
No. I gotta protect my own gold.
It was
All
a
right.
fleeting thought.
Tell the dog to go get the gold. He can fly.
He can fly. He can fly.
I mean, he can't carry that much gold, though.
True. Damn, what a waste.
All right. We're down to 3 other dwarfs beside Doric. Malcolm
Hey,
looks increasingly concerned, and there's also another look in his eyes. They almost seem to glitter.
More gold.
Me and Orin would be friends.
We lost.
Okay.
Malcolm,
Yeah.
perhaps you would run a bit better if I carried that gold for you.
Oh, no, I hold it in front of me. That motivates me to run faster.
Helps me to lean forward.
There's a little carrot.
I'm like a
A
little...
little carrot.
A little sticker.
Get it?
All right. It's time for one more roll. The last haul. This is the home stretch, so you guys realize this is gonna be the long haul here. Everybody's ready for the long run, right?
Yep.
Bard, what'd you get for your athletics?
Can I use a bonus action to give myself bardic inspiration?
Is that an ability? Sure, I guess as long as it's an ability.
Bardic Inspiration? I don't know. Can I award that to myself, or can I only give that to other people? I don't know.
I'll say, given the circumstances, yes. You feel very
Okay,
inspired not to go slowly here.
Yep.
It
Performance.
says, Bardic Inspiration. You can inspire others through stirring words or music. You do so as a bonus act. You
Others,
must
but not
choose one creature other than yourself.
I give it to
Eve.
Eve.
Okay.
Please don't.
What is it?
What was your athletics? 6? Eve.
No.
No,
D6.
you gave me a
I gave her a D6.
All right. What's
I
your,
got a 15, sir.
you rolled a 15?
15.
Okay.
I'm 15. I'm good.
All right.
Right.
Bard is just kicking up sand, loping across this open space here.
I got 14.
As the insects are racing after him, you can see their wings open, their little mandibles clacking in the air behind Bard. Eve swoops down from the sky, snatches Bard into the air, and you can almost hear the coming from the scarabs as they smash into the sand where Bard was, biting nothing.
Wait, Matt, come here. Let's see how it will work with your paws.
I think your camera's having some problems, guys. I'm only getting like every 10th frame here.
Yeah, you're herky jerky.
All right.
It's like
So, with that, it's time for everyone else to make their athletics check with advantage.
Well, I'm carrying Thor again, so. What's that, Manny?
Can't hear you,
11.
Thor.
I could try running on my own.
If you want, it's on you.
Alright, it'll be on me.
With advantage.
Do it.
As long as you're not doing something else or carrying someone else, you've got advantage this round.
15, sir.
Okay.
Get some. I run.
24.
Call me Usain.
24.
I thought you said 44. What?
No, 15.
No.
No.
Orn, what'd you get?
2, 4.
Okay, all right. That's still really good, but I heard 44. I was like,
I poof.
Gary, what'd you get?
11.
11.
Oh,
Bring it up the rear. And Melusine, what'd you get?
I got a 9, but Barnard got a nat 20.
Okay. So Bernab snatching Melusine around the midriff, most inappropriately. He's definitely not keeping the correct proximity that he should, given his status.
It's fine.
Yep.
Are you gonna drink wine while he's carrying you? Because that'd be hilarious.
This is a champagne glass.
Yeah.
What? My bad. Didn't mean to
All of you storm up on the kind of rotting, collapsed dock that slopes up a good 10 feet to the stone lip of this dock here. But all of you are up on the boards here, out of the sand.
Woo!
Including the dwarves, which I know is a huge relief to you.
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
that of them?
Oh, except for one of them. One of them didn't make it.
That's right. You're now down to 3 dwarves beside Thoric.
Okay.
All right. And that's what you guys see in front of you. A pair of double doors. Twin levers on either side.
Please, I pray to all of the gods that this door is going to open.
How does that prayer go?
Whew, I almost dropped an F-bomb.
Do it now.
Effing help us! God call. Yeah, can I do a god call that this door's going to open?
Absolutely, you can do a god call, Thoric. To whom are you doing a god call?
This is orange.
This is Orn, by the way.
The heretic.
I'm sorry. Orn. I don't know why I keep doing that. For some reason, I keep mixing those two names up. I don't know why I keep doing that. Orn. To which one of the gods do you wish to call?
Well, I kind of have my pick right now.
I will need the entire imperial title if you're going
The
to
camera
call
is
it to the
frozen, and
Emperor
Jonathan
Empress.
looks like Satan.
What's that Scientology god? You should
Terrifying.
put that guy up. The Scientology one? What is it? Gorzathrope? Or whatever? The
Hey.
weird lizard?
Orn, I've got the Empress's full title if you need it.
I'm good. I'm good.
You sure? I got it right here.
Orn doesn't care about the draconian names stuff. Oh wait, you talking about the emperor? No, definitely no. What's the main god that a lot of the elves in the area that I've been staying at worship? Would it be Ra?
Ball.
Ra's mine.
In the area that you've been staying, which is the Riverlands, the desert, it's Ball.
Ball.
Okay, I'll pray to Ball then.
Okay.
Ball is left.
22. He says, "New God, who this?"
22.
Darkness.
22.
Darkness and silence answers, but not antipathy.
I'm gonna try to open the door now.
Do you want to do lower rolls next time? Do you want to do lower?
We're not. We're not yet.
That worked really well for me in our last campaign. Every time we switched, I managed to win.
Let's do lower rolls. 47. Okay. Kind of midway.
Actually did,
All right.
actually
Yeah,
did.
so I'm trying to open the door.
So, Manny, in our previous campaigns, they kept swapping. It'd be like, "Oh, that rolled terribly that time. I want to do higher rolls this time." And then we would do lower rolls. Then we'd turn it around and be like, "Oh, I want to do higher rolls this time." And we'd do lower rolls every time.
Anytime, every time it switched.
For like a year. It was great for my character. It always just kind of, she was real holy. It was great.
So in front of
She
you,
was an angel.
double doors, on either side, on the ground, a lever.
Wrong lever. Wrong lever. Crunk.
There's a lever to the left and a lever to the right of the doors.
Is there any kind of indication as to what these levers are going to do? Any markings? Anything?
Got chains hanging from them, or
As you step forward, you realize that the doors are covered in a layer of dust. You can roll an investigate check, Melusine.
All right.
And you speak River Elf. You're good. You're up on
7.
hieroglyphics. 7.
Could I check?
Yeah, Thor, go for it.
Boom, boom.
They're too dusty for me to get near.
Time to pull out my Ancient Aliens textbook.
Gary definitely
I got a
took it out too.
got a 17.
Okay. Gary?
11.
11.
What is this for?
Well, I've run 11
So,
and 12.
Eve, Melusine, Gary, and Thoric are all investigating the dust-caked doors here, which as you're kind of like digging at the dust, you're realizing there's a solid layer of rust underneath this. It looks like the salt in the air has begun to corrode the heavy metal in the door. And the door is sort of rotting on this side. So you can tell there were hieroglyphics here, but they are very, very decayed. Something about Anubis, the underworld, death, and resurrection is all that you get, Thoric.
Okay. I will say this to the rest of the team. I think this is a death door.
Maybe this is the
A
entrance to the death temple, like in that notebook that we just found.
Well, remember, this is where they buried the body, right? Or that was the other way.
No, remember they escaped out and he got trapped here on this boat?
I'm fine with going into a death temple. That's fine.
Are you sure about that? I don't know about that.
What else do we have?
It's really good having the
We
best of
still
luck.
have, what do we have? 2 extra dwarves? 3 extra dwarves? We're fine.
Alright. Honest mates.
Huh.
Those were honest dwarfs, I never hear negative speech against them.
Would you like to hear it against you? Because you'll get more gold if they don't come out.
Ah, shh! Don't say such things aloud.
I
Say it quietly.
I said it quietly to Malcolm.
So, seems we need to be through this door, and I'm fresh out of door openers.
Yeah, you used that on the wrong door.
Yeah, wasted it on the door that we were trying to keep shut.
I didn't use it on the wrong door. That be Sven, and I'll no speak ill of a man eaten by scarabs. A dwarf eaten by scarabs.
Yeah, kind of.
Not at all.
Gary, can Gary cast detect magic on the door?
Sure, go for it.
Well, I cast it at will. So
It's a
I'm
cantrip?
looking at it. No, it's like it's built into me. I can always use it.
Ah, okay. When you cast Detect Magic, Gary, you again sense the lattice work of runes and wards that cover the wall, go through the door, and all the walls. It's kind of like you can almost see a 3D image of the layout in front of you, because the walls themselves have wards and runes laid into them. Ancient elven runes against dark sorcery, against corruption, and against decay. Basically to keep the whole tomb together and make it last longer. So as you do this, you can reveal that there's you can see the doorway in front of you. You can see that there appears to be a some kind of complex underneath you. So you might be able to see like the level underneath you, and you can see the passageway going ahead and going to the left and to the right.
Wait, there's two passageways? Oh,
Beyond-
below us, you mean?
Beyond this door, you can see that the there's a kind of a four-way intersection beyond this door.
Oh, I didn't know I could see through the door.
You're kind of getting the vague image of it through the Detect Magic spell, because you're able to pick up on the wards.
Alright, well, guys, definitely, whatever we do, do not pull the lever. One of these levers leads to a trap door that we're literally standing on top of. So
Well,
unless you
what
know
if the
for
other one
certain,
opens the door?
well, maybe one does, but it's a
How big is the
50-50.
trap door?
We're all standing on it.
Can you
It's
guys step
not-
off that door and Eve can just float and pull the lever?
How can I see how, if we're all on it, is there a way to not stand on it?
You don't see a trap door here, Gary. You can, if you want to roll an investigate check, try to find. If
I
there
thought you
is a
said the
trap-
floor below me was magical.
You can see that there's a level underneath you, like a lower level.
Oh, but
I'll try to
below me?
for a trap door.
Cool.
Okay, yeah.
That'll be an
I guess
investigate
so.
check, Warren.
I assumed we were on one.
5.
Seems safe to you, Orn.
Can I investigate?
Do I get advantage because I'm getting help?
Yeah, let them know
yeah,
that we're
yeah,
on top
go ahead and
of
roll
some
with
sort of
advantage.
magical thing.
8.
Definitely safe. 100% guaranteed.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no
Well, if I
door.
remember correctly, if this is the Death Temple, then one of these scrolls should open the door, as he wrote in his journal. Maybe I can try reading a scroll that we have collected or something.
Great idea. Just read some random scroll.
Well, it's
Go
worth a try.
Go for it.
It's worth just pulling a lever.
This is TPK. We can create new characters.
Yeah, I'm gonna read a scroll that I think would open this Death Temple if I think it is the Death Temple.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm
Do it.
reading.
Wait, is it too late to do an action?
No, go for it. What do you want to do, Thor?
I'm gonna heal Orn real quick. I'm gonna do Cure Wounds, 2nd level spell. No, 1st level. Sorry, we'll just do 1st level. It's
Level.
I don't want to use up that slot. It's like the big boss one, and you only took 8 damage, so I want to make sure.
Oh, I've taken much more than that.
Slap.
It's alright.
All right, you get 10 back. You get 10 health back.
Pretty good. That'll work. Alright, read your death scroll.
Yeah, I'm gonna read that riddles one, Andy.
All right.
Riddles in the
This is a variety of basically religious tests. It's basically a cheat sheet for answering a bunch of religious questions about the religion of Ra, Isis, the River Elves.
Oh, that's that.
You don't want to see anything in here that directly relates to a door opening. It's more something that you would have on hand when someone was querying you to make sure you actually did understand the religion.
Oh, okay, so I don't have.
Alright.
Well, then I have the scroll of consecration for a deity.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what that would do.
You said there was a platform that we had to walk up to get to the store, right?
Yeah, the collapsed dock. It's behind you.
Why don't you stand on the dock, and I'll just start pulling levers. Go
Good
ahead.
luck, everybody.
Back away.
Good luck, everybody.
All right. So everybody backs up.
Is there a wall next to us, like that someone could shoot out of?
Yeah, the rock face in front of you, that's a solid wall around the door.
Alright.
So what are you doing? Just eeny, meeny, miny, moe?
Yeah, so I'm going to look at the levers. Which one has been used the most, it looks like?
Roll an investigate check.
3!
Orn? It's the darndest thing. You certainly all have almost identical levels of wear on them.
Alright.
If I see him struggle, can I help?
Do you
I'm
want
not
to
struggling.
fly over
She's
there?
doing
Hey,
it.
Orn seems completely convinced he's got this.
Yeah, I got this. Alright.
I don't need no help.
I'm gonna be up
He's a
there
strong,
by
independent
the-
dragonborn. You don't need no woman.
Yeah.
Don't need no rogue.
Eeny, meeny, miny, horn. Which one do I adorn? I'm gonna
This is such a bad idea.
pick the middle one.
Pull the one in the middle.
Yep.
What one in the middle? There's a left one and a right one.
I create one in the middle.
I thought there was 3.
Orn bangs his head
The
against the
dragon
door.
hand just touched the wall.
I go right. I go right.
Okay.
What if you pull both at the same time?
I would die immediately.
Orn, as you swing the lever, it sticks, it's hard, you have to really put your back into it. As you do, the metal clanks and cracks, and you hear the screeching of groaning metal gears as you force the gear all the way over. And as you do, you hear a stone slab give way behind you, and a pit.
I jump.
Oh,
Wrong level!
A pit opens here.
Yeah.
That's the name of the episode.
Yeah. Hit it again.
Hit again.
A pit opens beside you, Orn. As you stand right next to the pit.
He stands next to the pit.
well, just like I said, a trap door.
My tail is.
Move that closer to the camera.
Gary
so you
was
can see a
right.
little better. There we go. Yep, the pit opens right next to you, Orn. If you'd opened it while everyone was standing there, people would have fallen in there. Do you look down
Alright, I'm
the pit?
gonna walk around that.
Do you look down the pit?
Yes, do it.
I'm gonna roll D100. Above the 50, I'm brave enough to do it. So that's it'd be 57. I slightly look over the
Okay.
the rail the side.
As you look down, you don't have dark vision, so you don't see anything. The dark
I
pit.
have a torch. I'll drop a torch down there.
As you drop the torch down, it lands onto a dry mud bed. It's got the cracked mud tiles, right? The mud cracks.
Yeah.
And you can see the skeletal form of 2 large crocodiles as they walk
Do they like
around.
devour?
They are undead crocodiles. And they stamp out a circle underneath the pit.
Dead dials.
Dead tiles.
I'm smelling a simple something, guys.
All right, I'm gonna walk around that pit of despair and pull the other lever because I'm confident now that this is obviously going to open the door.
All right.
Right.
There's no other option.
As you pull the left lever over, the right lever snaps back into its original location.
Snaps back to reality.
Yep. As you force the left one, it's a little bit easier to move the left one for some reason. As you shift the left one back over, the pit closes over.
Okay. Good. What about the door?
Nothing happens with the door.
Ruff.
You just scared Mac.
I'm gonna pull the left lever again.
You pull it all the way back.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. It's now back to its original location. So both levers face away from the door.
You grab one, I grab
Well, I
the
can
other.
try to read this godly scroll.
Hey, she's gonna grab the other one since we know where the thing is at, and we're gonna pull the levers at the exact same time.
All right. Eve grabs the other lever. Orin's on the left lever. Both of you shift your levers together. As you do, the two of them snap together, and the doors snap open. There's a faint release of air.
Dinosaur! Woo!
God.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is 8:40. We're going to go ahead and take our break here. We'll be back here at 8:55. Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you all in 15 minutes.
Orin.
Welcome back to this evening's
It's one of those
TPK.
undead crocodiles.
Woo! Alright, so actually the hatch is closed, so go ahead and remove that. Orin successfully diffused the situation. Here. Ta-da!
The great user.
So, the doors are open. Beyond, you can see into a 4-way intersection. Lying on the floor, just in the center of this room, you can see the body of a looks like someone dressed vaguely the same way that Sazim was.
And the body's in front of the door.
The body is in the middle of this intersection here.
We loot the body.
I wonder if this is that wizard. Or
He
Gary.
had two,
I'm
he had
definitely
he had two friends. Near us was a lady, and then the guy was. I don't even know how to say how I spelled it.
I thought you said it was the wizard.
What was the wizard guy's name that you told me again, Andy?
Benfu.
Shazam?
Zenfu?
Benfu.
Okay, yeah, see, I would have told you a random name.
Benfu?
Yeah, it could be Benfu.
B-E-N-P-H-U.
Okay. Great. Benfu.
Yeah, he was the male. Does it look like a male skeleton?
This does look like a male
Do I
skeleton.
look like an anthropologist?
This looks like a vaguely reptilian skeleton, actually, as you look at it.
Oh, I would. Does it look draconian?
Not really. Looks more like a lizard.
Or does it look like Quickfoot?
It looks more like looks a lot more like Quickfoot, who you have no idea who that is.
No reference. Alright. Well, let's keep going.
Which way do we go?
So,
Left, right, or straight?
does anyone want to step forward into the room?
I'll do it.
I'll move
Orn,
forward.
roll a perception check. Melusine, roll a perception check.
No, 19 plus 3, so 23.
I thought
Okay.
it said
22.
22.
22.
Oh,
19
Mel?
plus
I
3.
saw perception.
17.
Oh, okay. All right. So both of you notice that this is the long dead body of a lizard folk. Looks to be one of the more muscular lizard folk. In its hand, it holds a long wooden club that doesn't have any metal in it. Instead, it has sharpened chunks of stone and bone that have been driven through the long club that vaguely resembles a sword.
It looks like a very old weapon.
Mm-hmm. It's
Pre-metal age.
you would be familiar with this because the lizard folk tend to worship Dragonborn and dragons. So they many of them fight using these weapons as part of their culture. They knowingly use primitive weapons.
Is it kind of like a rite of passage type thing?
It's more a religious thing. So this can make you suspect that he's a religious figure, or was a religious figure.
Like a Templar, like their type of Templar?
A paladin or a cleric, that type of thing. Also, he carries a number of different totems all over his. He's lying face down, but you can see that the ground is covered with a variety of different animal totems. And slung at his hip, both of you notice a large wooden, sort of drum-shaped sack that was just sort of attached to his leg. It's got a very thin leather covering over the top of it.
I picked that up and went through it.
Damn it, Devin!
Who's Devin?
Who's Devin?
That's your nickname.
All
I don't know
right.
who Devin is.
So Orn rushes forward, throws off the thing. The cobra takes no.
Does he feel like is his dragon tingle going off?
Yes.
Oh
So
yes.
I need to do better about remembering to describe that. But your dragon tingle is definitely going off, and the reason it's going off is the 2-foot solid golden statue of an elvish knight that sits in this sack here.
Oh!
I take
I
this
should get the Elvis statue.
Okay, all right. Everybody talked at the same time there. So Orn first.
I'm just gonna take the leather satchel and throw it over with the statue in there, and
It's got some other stuff
Hold
in
on
it
to
too.
it.
Do you want those contents, or do you just want me to go through that later?
we'll go through it later.
Okay.
Orn's not gonna. He see the gold statue, and he's happy to take whatever else is with it.
Mel, what'd you say?
I'm an elf. I should get the elven statue.
You don't. Does she see what statue it was?
Oh yeah, I mean it's a 2-foot tall golden statue. Is the only notable thing that was when you flipped the lid off of that. You were both right there.
Hey, you're Heine. We'll talk about it later.
You're pushing the table.
What would happen if you ordered Bernard to fight Orn for it?
I'm thinking about it.
Let's go. Yeah.
Duel.
Duel of Fates.
I'll wait till we get out of this hellhole.
Okay.
Poor Bernard. Only slightly less abused than Honora. Gary, what did you say?
Oh no, I was laughing at the fact
Okay,
that,
alright.
they found their own gold statue and they were gonna fight for it.
You guys stand in the middle of a 3-way junction. A door directly ahead of you, and 2 doors on either side.
I say go left.
Hey, the
Left
dwarf,
is not right.
the dwarf spoke about dungeon crawling. dwarves know these things, so we go left.
Malcolm gives you a knowing look, Thoric. A look of...
Wait, who?
Malcolm gives you a knowing look, Thoric, like, wow, that was easy. Aye, that's right. Don't be sharing too many of our secrets, friend Thoric.
I'll try not to, Ken. You know, it just happens.
All right. This door is much better preserved than the ones out in the hall. The symbols over this door, Melusine, Thoric, and Eve, and Gary. Gary, you studied Riverland elves, so all four of you recognize the symbols over this door. What?
You said Gary was a Riverland elf?
He studied the Riverland elves.
Oh, okay. My bad.
The symbols
Yeah, I
over
didn't
this,
know that.
the symbols over this door mark this as the domain of Thoth, the elven god of judgment.
Oh, fun.
Sounds like Mel's kind of god.
Wasn't this the god that measured the heart versus the feather?
Very good. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
10 points to Gryffindor.
I love the
Well, we just lost any monetary value that we've ever held.
We've actually had a
Because you-
couple
could-
of copyright infringements on YouTube.
That doesn't count as a no. That's not what that means. If you just say, you can reference Harry Potter and whatnot. You can reference those things. You just can't use them as the main means of attracting people to your. We're getting off topic. Are you going through the door or not?
Yes.
All right. It's a stone door. Who's opening the door?
Brain aneurysm.
I can go in.
I'm opening the door. I already said I was.
All right.
Okay.
I'm a fighter, man. I'm ready to fight. Let's fight.
Orn, as you push the doors open into this long abandoned room, the stale air opens in front. The stale air barely even moves as the door swishes through. The room is wide in front of you. He said, as he,
Like Thor's mom.
Wait, what?
Not Manny's mom. I would never talk about your mom, Manny. I'm talking about Thor's mom.
what?
Who's Manny?
Thanks for
He's
I
clarifying.
don't
Well,
Who's Manny? I don't know who that guy is. Screw that guy. That guy's a dick.
know.
all right. So,
Here's what he eats.
Thoric, the room in front of you has a single
Oh, okay.
stone table in the very. Who did I say? Orn. The room directly in front of you, Orn, has a stone table covered in an old sheet that should be rotted through, but for some reason is not. In the corner, you can see that there are several old piles of rags. And there is a sarcophagus with the lid vaguely askew to the left, and another one on the right end of the room.
Okay.
And as you look to the back of the room, you can see that there is a darkened alcove that you can't quite see into.
Alright. Well, I don't know if it's been noted, but I'll make sure I have a torch out. I'll put one of my weapons away. Have a torch in one of my hands. Is there any sconces for me to light on fire?
There were sconces out in the hallway. There are a pair of braziers on either side of the doorway in this room.
I'm gonna light them on fire.
Okay. There's not a whole lot of oil in there, but the little bit that's there will burn for a while, and the room illuminates. Now that it's illuminated, you can see that there is a passage that goes down in the back left corner of this room. Can you guys see that on the map clearly? It's the darkened area.
Yeah. And that's where that passage is.
Yep.
Gentlemen. All right, I say let's open up the other 2 doors and kind of get an idea of what those look like before we make a decision. You guys okay with that?
Sure.
What?
Okay. We're gonna open up the other 2 doors.
Okay. Which one do you want to open next?
Let's go center.
Okay. As you push against these doors, Orn, they don't give it all.
Let's go right.
You hear faintly from beyond the central doors as you shake them a low wail as if from a great distance away.
Let's definitely go right.
It's not one bitch again. Let's go again.
As you go to the right door,
Is it-
you push these doors open. What do I do with it? Yes. You push these doors open, and again, they reveal another room. This one a little bit sparser than the one that you just came from. Again, a dark alcove in the corner. Again, a pair of braziers on either side of the door. And again, a stone slab covered in a white sheet. Again, remarkably well preserved. A notable difference in this room is that there is a stone table, a long stone table along the back wall, and another alcove that you can't quite see into. This stone table is covered in a series of small canopic jars. Many of them open, many of them on their sides. It looks to be kind of a storage area for them.
A mummification.
And it's while you're looking at this room that the entire hallway glows a brilliant green. And floating through the doorway, the
Where the
familiar
wailing came
shape
from?
of the familiar shape of the wailing woman appears.
Is she green?
What was her name?
She is glowing
in the
green.
journal? Gary, what was her name in the journal?
You all have time for one action.
Her name is Neris.
Nearest.
Neris.
Mm-hmm.
She was friends with Shazim and Benfu.
Melusine, what's your action?
I'm going to greet her.
Her eyes are wide, as if in anger or pain or madness.
They're all about the same.
So how do you greet her?
I just couldn't share that information with us, so I'll just say, hello, Nearest. Did you say anything back?
She seems a little bit taken aback by that. I don't know you. Why? You're taking my goat.
No, we're trying to help you. This was the only way we could think to get your attention.
All right, Mel's trying to persuade her, trying to talk her down. Orn, what are you doing?
Readying to attack.
Okay, and
Not going to. Readying.
What's your action? What's your ready to action? What's your state?
The moment that I feel like she is like beyond any kind of hope of talking to, like if I feel like she's about to like attack, like she's getting really, really angry, and kind of like building up type thing.
Need to be a little bit more specific than that. So if she takes a hostile action, if she moves towards someone, or
if she begins threatening actions towards us.
Okay. So that would be over to Eve. What are you doing?
I'm readying my longbow.
For the same action.
Wait, is this is she transparent?
She is transparent.
Damn.
Is it a magic bow?
I don't remember. This doesn't have a name.
It's just a bow, right?
Is this the bow that you got from the Raishar Harat?
The longbow.
This is not a magical bow.
The one that had iron in it, like a little bit.
Right, that's the one that's good against Fae.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to try with the iron.
You mean long? Was that long thing?
No.
Long thing.
Off the top of my head, I'm sorry, I do not remember.
So that was it was a magical weapon, but this is a sword. I don't remember.
Longfang's the sword. I thought.
I'll just have long thing ready, but that's it.
Okay. And Bard, what are you doing?
Let's see. I'm going to ready a thunder wave, so whenever she swings or if she starts swinging at somebody, I'm going to unleash thunder wave.
Gary, what are you doing? Thor, coming to you.
Yeah, I don't know if I should just go ahead and smack her right now, actually.
My ready action should.
Gary's gonna, old man, act like he let one slip, say oops, but he's gonna shoot one and hopefully it's not gonna backfire. Shoot an eldritch blast
you
at her. If I succeed on this control, I'm gonna be saying oops. I got a 9 for control, so that's good
a
news.
success.
Not fun.
Oops!
So oops. I mean, hopefully I miss her. Let's see. Yeah, I'll probably miss. 8 to hit.
Yeah. What was your attack?
I rolled a 3.
What were you using? What was the ability?
Oh, I Eldritch blasted.
All right. So the door behind her explodes into a purple ball of fire. The door doesn't give, by the way. It just this small pyrotechnics display. And we're definitely in combat. Thoric, Mel, you feel like whatever chance you had of persuading her, totally gone.
It exploded like the door.
Mel, you might want to reset your camera, unless you're very, very intent.
I think she's really upset.
That's the first cause.
So,
Okay.
Thor, what you got?
I'm gonna bless Orin real quick, and then would that take up a full action?
Yes, sir. I believe it does, unless you have a bonus action for bless.
No, there's no bonus action.
All right. So that's
I'll
so
listen.
Orin, you're blessed. Somebody's got me on their headset, so I'm like coming through on somebody's microphone. All right. And with that, it will be the first round of combat. So, who rolls for initiative?
I'll go ahead and roll it.
Does it matter that Gary said oops when he shot it?
No, clearly it doesn't matter.
I got 10. Or I got 12. My bad.
I got
It was like a surprise fart.
What's the bless do?
Congratulations, you
She
win.
surprised me.
Thoric, you're up again.
I'm up again? Okay,
Yes.
cool. I'm gonna shoot a Sacred Flame at her.
Okay.
So she needs,
Dex save?
yeah,
Wait, how did
dexterity.
you do that and nobody else?
Wow.
Andy,
Everyone had an opportunity to do something.
Yeah, but we-
decided to take an action.
we readied our action.
We had to have a specific.
Yes. A
you
ready
have
to
name a
action.
specific that the enemy's going to do before it triggers. So if somebody else.
Oh, you jackass!
That's the way ready to action works.
That's why
Yeah.
I asked if it mattered that Gary said oops.
No.
No, we're all mad at Gary.
It's like an accidental fart or something. Because she surprised. She came out of the wall, surprised us.
I carry my over to Gary.
Oh,
You go, buddy.
The leash of control.
Gary's backside's a little stinky right now.
Thork, what'd you do?
That's not.
Oh, gosh.
Wait, did the Sacred Flame hit?
Oh, what was her? Her save was a 22.
Is that against her dexterity or mine?
It's against your save DC.
I'm pretty
Right?
sure it's saved. Yes, it's against your save, man.
Says target must succeed on the dexterity saving throw.
She definitely
Yeah.
succeeded.
With her,
Okay, so yeah, never mind.
I really doubt yours is even 20 right now.
did she take half? Or anything
You're
like
right.
that?
Does she take half damage?
No, it didn't say that.
Okay.
Well, I tried. Good luck, everyone. I run away. Just kidding.
With a look of mounting rage, Nereus drifts out of the way, and the air beside her bursts into a brilliant flame. Gary, your initiative. Bard, you're on deck.
Oh,
What was that?
I'm gonna Hexblade.
Oh, man.
Use my Hexblade's curse on her now.
Okay.
As a bonus action. And now I'm going to hopefully shoot another Eldritch Blast at her.
By the way, bless is up to 3 people.
8 for the control on a
I did the
cantrip.
first level one.
That is a success, sir.
I need a 7, right?
Yes, sir. For a
What?
cantrip?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 7.
Okay.
I don't think.
Alright, this time does a 19 hit her?
Oh, yes. A 19 definitely hits.
Alright. Well, she's gonna then take 6 plus 5. She's gonna take 11 points of force damage.
All right. Slammed back against the door. Does she move because of your force damage, or does she just like?
No.
Okay.
No, she doesn't move.
All right, she's like, you see the
Just
impact
got
on her
some type
face
of
and the
damage
mounting
to her, yeah.
rage as it boils on her face. Bard, your initiative. Eve, you're on deck.
All right, I'm going to ring the bell and initiate Thunderwave in her direction.
Okay. Do you want to
I'm
move
gonna
so
try
you're
and
not
blow
hitting?
her. Yeah, I guess I'll move to an angle to where it's just going to get her in the blast range.
Okay. There you go. Done.
All right, so she's going to have to pass a Constitution save, Dex save, right?
For what?
For Thunderwave.
Thunderwave is a Constitution save.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, you wouldn't think it would be. Okay, con save.
This
14.
is a Constitution. Oh man, she failed. No.
Sweet. All right, so she's gonna take. I'm gonna just take the average. So she'll take 10 points of blasting damage, thunder damage, and get pushed 10 feet away.
Yep. She disappears.
Aha!
She wharfs through the door. And with that, it's over to Eve. Orin, you're on deck.
What are we gonna do now?
Yeah, like she's not there.
Ready in action.
Yeah, as soon as she comes through that door.
Yeah, I don't. I'll save mine.
You know, you're gonna ready in action. Say that you're. As soon as she comes through that door, you're blasting her.
I don't have anything to blast her with. If she's transparent, the arrow's gonna go through her.
The iron might help. You don't know this.
What iron? Okay, fine. Yeah, I'll just have my longbow at the ready.
Orin, what you
and I'll
doing?
hold my.
Mel, you're on deck. And I think your camera froze again, Mel.
This is why I wanted silver weapons.
Fair.
Remember a previous campaign where we went on like a major side quest to go and get silver weapons, and then we never actually bought any silver weapons?
Oh,
That was this campaign.
Yeah. We went on a major side quest for like little hand crossbows for
Irwin.
Irwin last
Yeah.
campaign.
That's right, that's
I
right.
don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna ready an action as soon as she comes through that door. I'm gonna try to swing and attack her. Actually, no, I'm gonna dragon breath in her face.
That's a curse.
Yes.
With the face.
Yeah, I'll ready an action as soon as she comes through the door. I'll dragon breath her.
All right. So, I'm going to be sporting about this. She has two things that she can do. I don't think Mel is here. So, I'll say Mel is going to ready her action to do... What's that one that she always does that she loves so much? The
Magic missile.
magic missile. Yeah. Oh, Mel, you're back.
Alright, no, I'm back.
It's your initiative. Do you want to ready magic missile? Just a suggestion. You don't have to. I feel like it's your strongest.
I mean, I kind of want to, but not at her.
So she's behind the door. You can't see her right
I'm
now.
pissed. Mel seems
You get
very.
advantage on Gary.
I'm thinking of aiming at Gary, but I won't.
Oops.
Ooh, Gary, you've been a naughty boy.
Okay, so is she still considered humanoid?
I don't think so. No, she's no.
Undead or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save that magic missile. I'll ready firebolt.
Okay. She has two things that she can do. On a high roll, she comes to the door. Alright. Option 2. Coming from either doorway, to your left and to your right, you hear creaking and the shuffling of rags on old cobblestones.
Oh no.
She awoke in the dead.
The bones.
The dead has arisen.
We go find them bones.
The tops of two sarcophaguses get shoved aside, and out climb... Sarcophagi? Sarcophagi. Out of the passageway, you see figures wrapped in scraps of cloth, clambering up out of the darkness. And they are going to rush...
Did they get our action this round?
Yes, they do. Alright.
Like,
Surprise!
surprise, mother.
Alright.
Surprise!
Alright. Unfortunately, Melusine
Get down!
is all exposed out there. And Melusine's going to get attacked by these hulking figures as they swing clawed fingernails at her through wrapped bandages.
Ooh, super.
So I tried to roll a d10 to hit. That wouldn't have worked out well.
I've done that.
Good news, it's me doing the rolling. So, Mel, the top roll is a 14. Does 14 hit you?
Oh, it does.
Oh, it does. Ooh, okay. Well, what about an 11?
Swooshy wizards.
Yeah, meets.
An 11.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
Wizard.
Hey,
Okay.
She wears light.
Melusine,
Yeah,
you
she
take
wears
12
armor.
points of slashing damage, and I need a Constitution save.
You're dead.
I'm down.
Be down.
I'm down.
Melusine is down.
What?
All right.
Okay.
And Orn. Two of these figures
Come at me, bro.
come rushing at you.
Boy.
But
I rush at them.
Well, before I do this roll, I'm just going to be sporting, and I forgot to charge the table this time, so I'm going to charge my table at 14 for tonight. So just...
Does the audience,
Yo,
does the audience
6.
even know what that means? Have we
I
explained
think we
that?
agreed we would not explain it. Makes it more fun.
Oh.
Andy, since I didn't take my attack, could I go ahead and...
No, because we lost our action.
Right.
Because she didn't do what we anticipated.
I gave it a 50%
Yes.
chance of... She could have come back to the door, or she could have used her ability. She used her ability instead.
No, because we read it in action. If she came through the door, we were going to attack. She didn't come through the door. She did something else. So therefore, we were.
I just said I was just writing an attack. I didn't say.
It
Right,
has.
but
You,
you have to specify.
you have to specify. Orin, does a 14 hit you?
I
Parrying,
lost my action too.
parrying left, parrying right. You block both of their inept blows. All right, and I need a Constitution save from you, Orn.
$18.
18. As they approach you, the smell is overpowering. It's almost as if rot just drops off of them, surrounding them in a cloud. Like the character Pigpen in Charlie Brown. They, as they approach you, the cloud envelops you, and you can't help but breathe in a little bit of it, almost making you ill as you do. But you manage to muscle under it and hold it off.
Does my mask help at all?
You
I
succeed.
have like an. I'm just saying, I have like a ninja mask. on.
It's
Does that
not.
help me at all?
Unfortunately, it's not an N95, so no. And with that, it will be over to. Actually, it's a new round of initiative. So, who rolls? Actually, let's do Eve. Can you roll initiative this round?
Sure. 7.
I got a 15. All right. Moving back through. No, she's gonna. She can actually do anything she wants. She's gonna reappear over here. Just rising out of the floor. Rising out of the trapdoor here. She appears behind Gary. Alright, the two mummified figures are going to attack Orn again. He's effectively blocking that doorway there. Oh, yeah. Alright, Orn, does a 21 hit you?
Yeah.
Alright, you take 12 points of slashing damage, and I need another con save.
Well.
Success! You hold it together, barely, holding off the smell of bile that rises in your throat. But you hold it together. Meanwhile, this figure is going to grab Melusine and take her back this way.
Oh, don't forget, I can roll for Bernard while I'm down.
That's right.
It's not our turn yet, but.
That's right, because
I
Bernard
don't
would
forget
have
that I
a
have a character.
Alright, so the other two, one's going to rush forward and attack Eve, and the other one's going to attack Thoric. Whoop. Alright, so Eve, one attack on you. Does a 13 hit you?
No.
Okay, Thoric. I'm not even going to insult you by asking. Right.
I think he's our highest one.
And with that, it'll be over to Melusine, going back the other way. Melusine,
What's your AC?
it's time for your death save.
18.
ma'am.
If I had my shield, then it's 20.
The shield.
I just roll a regular d20 for a death save.
Yeah, nothing added to it.
Okay.
Above a 10 is good.
Isn't it 10 or higher?
1?
You got a 1?
1?
I got a 1.
That
Yeah,
counts
that's
as
a critical.
counts as critical failure, 2 fails.
Philistine can't die. We can't handle a gnome.
I meant to
No,
suggest.
don't talk about him yet.
That's
I don't
right.
think that-
Somehow she rolled a natural 20. Somehow. The gods have spoken.
Did I put a death save on this thing?
And with that, it's over to Orn. Eve, you're on deck.
Alright, I'm gonna, since it's these two in front of me, as a bonus action, I'm gonna use my fighting spirit, my second one. I got one more. So that's gonna give me a temporary 5 HP, but it's also gonna give me advantage on my attacks.
Can you guys see the map okay? Do you want more detail?
No, it's fine for me.
That's good.
Yep, so I get advantage on both of my weapons. So for one weapon, 13 plus 5.
It's 18.
Okay. And the damage for that is going to be 5 plus 3.
8.
So 8 damage. And then my second attack.
Is this on the same guy, or are you doing a separate one?
Yeah, we'll be on the same guy. 8 plus 5, 14. 13. Does that hit?
13 does hit them, yes, sir.
Creatures.
What?
Does 13 hit?
Yes, 13 does hit.
Okay, I think our audio went out.
That's fine.
All right. 8 damage again,
Very nice.
and then I'm going to use actual. No,
You did 8 damage and then 8 damage, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so 16 in total.
The first one, you rip him in half with your backswing, and the both pieces go clattering to the ground, and the flesh rapidly desiccates into nothingness.
that's with the first attack.
The second attack.
Oh,
So
okay.
you did
Okay.
two attacks that did
Yeah.
a total of 16 damage.
Yep.
Do you want Bernard to attack? I can go at the end.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Melisine.
That's okay.
I will
I
come.
was just trying to
all right, so
done.
we'll come right back to you, Melisine, and then I'll go back to Eve. That's my bad.
Alright, well, Bernard will try to attack whichever dead guy's closest.
Well, I think Orn has one more action. Is that right, Orn?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No.
Okay.
Because I already used my bonus action.
Mel, your action, and then Eve, you're on deck. So what's Bernard doing? Can you see him? Bernard's right here in the middle.
Alright, he's gonna move to the one that Orn's not attacking. Can you do
You're
that?
not going to have him attack the one that's taking you?
I mean, he probably sees you getting dragged away.
He could try. He's probably going to end up killing me, but yeah, alright.
So
He'll go after the one dragging me and see if he doesn't accidentally kill me.
He is going to suffer an attack of opportunity for barreling through that space. 2 attacks of opportunity.
That's fine.
All right.
Oh, fine.
It's in character for him, so.
The mummified figures swing wildly by him, and the best that any of them do is an 11.
Mm-mm.
Make your attack, ma'am.
Alright. 13.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, and that's gonna do 4 damage.
Okay. Bernab gets a chunk out of him. All right. And with that, it'll be over to Eve. Bard, you're on deck.
All right. Which one is open for a shot with a longbow?
Not really any of them, but there is one in combat with you right now.
Okay, fine. I will then pull out.
You could shoot at the one in combat, but you'll have disadvantage firing a ranged weapon in close combat. But he's like right there, so if you've got something that can do melee to him, I would definitely do that instead.
All right, I'll do my dagger then. 'Cause I have it ready. 24 to hit.
Yeah, yes.
Dagger's a D4.
Also, water is wet.
Water's actually not wet.
So let's see.
Let's give Andy a brain ember or something.
So when you take the average, it's average plus.
It's average plus 1.
Okay,
it'd be-
so 6 damage.
Bard, over to you. Gary, you're on deck.
All right, I'm going to poof over to Melisine.
I forgot to use my bless.
Oh shoot! I totally forgot to use. I've totally forgot to use the whatever, the race action. It's all right. Game.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, you forgot to use the girl.
Yeah,
You
I
didn't
did.
even use the girl.
I totally did forget to use her. So
Well, you made her appear.
I'll do her
She
before.
showed up.
I'll do her before you. All right.
What? No, you can't do
Don't-
her before me.
Things
You'll
just
get
got
you'll get
interesting.
your turn, Gary. Don't
you
worry.
go after me.
This is a really nasty.
Hey,
Never
the dog
mind.
first, all right?
What
I
happens?
guess if
Let-
you take it easy on me this
Let me
turn, I'll
let me
you
finish
go
with the
first.
dog first, and then I'll get around to you. All right, Bard.
Oh, no.
Go ahead and drop the F-bomb while we're at it.
No, please don't.
All right, can I go over to Millicene? Can I poof over there?
Yes, you can. I need a
right.
a roll, sir.
That is a negative.
Negative on the poof.
Gavin.
No fairy dust.
No fairy dust. How far am I from her? Wasn't I near her when I did the thunder wave?
You were within 20 feet of her. She's now been dragged away. She's now, I think, at the maximum of your 40-foot range. But you could get there this round. You'd incur 2 attacks of opportunity as you rush past the mummies.
I rushed past them.
All right.
How heroic.
I mean, it's a safe bet. I'm the one who's rolling the attack, so. But the table is charged. So one will be a modest 20. The other will be a 14.
All right, so the modest 20 will definitely hit.
6
The other
points
one will
of
not.
6 points of slashing damage and a con save, please, Bard.
All right,
Why? He only got 6.
You got hit once.
that is.
Huh?
You got hit once.
So did I.
You got hit twice.
All right, that is a 16 on the con save.
Bard, it smells terrible, but you knuckle under and carry on.
Smelled
Does it
worse.
smell good to him?
And
Yeah, I mean.
No, and I don't know
Same.
many dogs that eat rotting flesh. Bard, you successfully make it over there. You're now in range to the mummy. What do you want to do?
Not going for the mummy. I'm gonna lay on pause for Millicene. You're back to life. That is
Yay!
9 hit points.
Success!
Thank you.
Cure wounds.
Oh, you could cure too? Awesome.
It's a bard.
All right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Neris, on her action, is going to scream. I need a con save from Gary, from Orn. I'm going to roll for Malcolm, Thoric, and Eve.
Is it our own con
Ah,
save,
shoot,
or
I totally
what do we-
forgot.
Hey, by the way, your bless does bless up to 3 people on a level 1.
You've already said that.
Yeah,
On level 1?
he did.
Because
Yes.
I'm reading it on here. It says that the second level blesses up to
I'm
3
reading
creatures.
from the book. The book says
Really?
level 1.
Can I pick 2 other people, or is it too late? Has that
No, go
ship
for it.
sailed?
Go for it.
Yeah. I bless Gary. I bless Bard. Be blessed. Be blessed.
Good dog.
That's a D4 to whatever roll you want to use.
All right,
I
so
got a 15.
okay. Wow, on a con
I
save.
got a 13.
Well done, Gary. You did better than Cyclops this round.
Attack.
I got 13.
I got a
plus 2.
13.
Make an attack or a save roll.
This kind of messy.
So Bard,
Alright.
Bard didn't need to do a con save. What about Thork? What'd you do for your con save?
I got a 13.
Okay. And Eve, what'd you get for your con save?
21.
21.
Okay.
17.
I rolled a 19.
And Warren, you got a 17.
17.
Okay. So
Yep.
only 3 of you suffer the effect here. That's going to be Thoric, Cyclops, and Malcolm are all incapacitated.
Not our-
Incapacitated?
Yes.
Well, it's a good thing he got blessed out when he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. So, don't mess up. Because I did.
But Gary, you're not. You successfully saved.
Yeah, but,
Barely.
I mean, but everyone else is kind of in trouble right now. That's not good.
Gary,
Because of you.
it's your action. And with that, it'll be Thoric, you're on deck.
So, oops.
I'm incapacitated.
You can save at the end of your round, though.
Oh, so I can still do stuff?
No, you can save at the end of your round.
You would roll your con save again.
Gary, what you got?
Oh, So okay, I'm gonna.
Hey.
Freak! Hold on.
I want you to do it. I want you to do it.
Wait, hold on, Thork. It's Gary's turn. Hold on. Alright, I'm gonna, did he notice the... Wait, she screamed, so of course I noticed her pop up.
Oh
out
yeah,
behind
you're
me, right?
definitely aware of her. You also,
Alright, cool. We're gonna Eldritch Blast her again here, cause...
hey, if it works, don't
Alright,
fix
well,
it.
That's a 9 on the control.
Yes, sir. Man, nobody wants to miscast. Now would be a perfect time for one of those demon summonings.
Okay,
Don't
19. I think she still has my Hexblade curse, right?
Yes, she does.
Oh well, then I crit her with a 19. So she's gonna take 30 plus.
There. Now she's marked with the hexblade thing. That's what the green symbol is. You see that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Where the hell's a D10? There we go. She'll take 33 points of damage.
Holy
Force
smokes!
Boom!
Or glass cannon over there. A retarded glass cannon.
Alright.
No,
I'm gonna yell dog fairy fuck her, then I got a 1 in 4 chance to crit her.
Alright.
Do it again.
So your force damage is so much that you blast her back a little bit.
Only a little bit.
It's not even supposed to move her, but he did so much damage. I'm going to go ahead and give him some movement there. And with that, it will be...
Thork's turn.
Yeah, Thork, do your save.
Thork, your action, and then it will be initiative again.
Alrighty. Yay! Mod 23 for a con save.
Yeah. Well done. Thork
Yay.
is back, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm alive!
And with that, it will be time for initiative again. Bard. Roll 'em!
Roll. Wait, what are we doing?
Roll a D20 just.
17.
18.
Oh.
I want to see it. No.
Okay. let me just try.
Just roll it over.
Oh, look, we got a 20. Natural.
Yeah, there you go. That's that.
Yeah, it took you that long to find it.
You went to
All right.
So on her initiative, I'll just go ahead and do the saves for Malcolm and Cyclops. Cyclops is still incapacitated. Malcolm is no longer incapacitated.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what we want.
I just realized I was a little bit racist there. I removed Malcolm's marker, not Manny's, not Thoric's. They're both really short, so. Anyway, let's see. So to begin with, we're gonna do Nereus, and Nereus, she really doesn't like you, Gary. This is not the first time that you've done this to her, and as you watch her,
First one was a whoopsie.
her hands lower, and you watch as the fingernails and the joints in her hands distend and become almost a foot long each one of her digits. As she launches forward at you, fangs out. And she's going to get right up on Gary. Alright.
She's all up in your grill.
A frenzy of ethereal flailing fingernails come flying at you, sir.
Can he, as a reaction, be startled?
What happened?
I'm startled.
What happened?
Real quick,
Yeah,
since
as a
we're
reaction, he's startled.
Gary, does a 14 hit you?
Yes.
Oh, it does. Oh, okay. All right.
Pretty easy to
She's pretty good. She should do way better than that. All right, Gary, Oops. All right. So Gary, you
Cut out.
you suffer 12 points of psychic damage.
What?
Yep.
12.
12 points of psychic damage, sir. You never actually feel the blows. You just become tremendously cold. As you watch her rake her claws at you, you never actually feel anything, but it feels inside you as if part of you is being ripped away from you. And as you watch, her brilliant green glow becomes brighter.
Shit.
Sounds like a bad breakup.
Oh!
Vampiric.
Hey, by the way,
I got kicked in the nuts, but you didn't touch me.
And then, let's see, Orn. One attack coming at you. Nope.
yeah, if you
Absolutely.
had the bless spell, you can no longer do, by the way.
What?
Because the bless spell is a concentration spell.
Ah.
So when Thoric went, I used it before he went down. I used it when he went down.
Gotcha.
But everyone else pretty much lost it.
Gotcha. All right. So
Oh man.
the mummy misses Orn. Orn successfully holding the chasm over there. And Eve, one of the mummies comes for you. Does a 14 hit you?
Yes.
Oh, it does. Okay. Then you will take 6 points of slashing damage. And I need a con save. Thoric,
Yo.
does an 11 hit you?
No, it doesn't, sir.
Con save, please. Eve, what's your
Aw,
con save?
man.
16.
16. It smells terrible, but fortunately your veil is holding some of it at bay. Maybe that's what it is. Or maybe you're just used to the smell of sulfur.
I'm from hell, so.
Should she get advantage then?
I remembered. What'd you got, Thor? For your con?
Got a 7.
You got a 7. Okay.
Yep.
Thoric,
Oh, God.
you are sickened. But not with,
You're just getting old.
not with a condition. You feel yourself become diseased.
Ah.
He's a leper.
All right, and
Herpes.
Mel, you are unceremoniously dropped to the cobbles, down a 5-foot, down a pair of stairs. Yep.
I got skipped somehow.
So, were you not able to contest the grapple when you came back? When you came to?
I didn't know it was crap.
I didn't skip you, Orn. Mel's doing Bernab. I'm just describing what's happening to her because she's aware of it. So Mel, you fall to the ground in the mouth of a tunnel. Did I measure that wrong?
Great.
I did.
Did he leave my threat range, by the way?
He did not. He hasn't let. He's just putting her down,
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
and he's going to turn around and give you his undivided attention.
Don't worry.
You want belly rubs?
He's going to give Bernab his undivided attention as he swings at Bernab. Does a 16 hit Bernab?
Yes.
6 points of slashing damage on Bernab, and I need a con save. Bernab can go ahead and make his attack, though, with no negatives, because even if he were to go down, he still gets his attack, because they're at the same time.
Alright. 15 to hit,
Yes, ma'am.
11 damage.
Ooh. That is
Nah.
enough. As Bernab hacks the mummy down, and the flesh desiccates off of its bones. And with that, did Bernab make his save? What was the save?
Oh, sorry. 13.
13 is enough, yes. Helps if I write things down. And with that, it will be initiative for the heroes. As we now go... Last time I went Mel to Thoric, right? So this time it's Thoric to Mel?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Thoric, you're up first. Gary, you're on deck.
Yay. Con save 16.
Success.
Yeah, we're back, folks.
Wait, no,
The
I think
sequel.
you only got damage from the poison fart that he did.
Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't
You
get
weren't
incapacitated.
incapacitated. Yeah, you can do an
My
action.
bad.
You don't have to.
Sorry. Oops, that was my B.
You
Sure.
are not. You are not currently incapacitated. I'm sorry. That's
Yeah,
that's
what he
that's
rolled.
why
That
you're
was
splitting
my
my
fault.
attention. All right. So
That
go
was
ahead and do
my
your
fault.
action then, sir.
Okay, so for an action, let's see, folks. Oren, how you holding up? You took some damage earlier. 12 plus 5, 7. You're good.
I'm fine, man. Don't worry about me.
You Gucci. All right, Gary, how you doing?
Gary's in rough shape.
Okay,
He's
you
at
need some of
half-
this butter.
He's at half health.
Gary wants that butter.
Get some of this butter, baby girl.
Give me some of
All right, so we're gonna get this second level healing, dog. So you will get healing word, okay,
What's going on?
and that will restore you. Hold on, let me get my dice. 2d4. 2d4. All right, that should hit you back up at 11.
Oh!
11 plus. You like that? You like that? Say yes, Poppy.
Oh, yes.
All right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where's that
My
sign?
beard is tingling from all the healing.
He looks right at Cyclops.
I can't help it.
Alrighty, and that's it, sir. What does that mean? Is that some is that Morse code or something?
No. See, we're supposed
That's the code to open the door.
We're going TVMA. Let's do it.
It's over to Gary. Bard, you're on deck.
Got it.
I guess Gary's gonna kind of. How close is that lady to me? Is she like right in my face?
Oh yeah.
She is in melee range, sir. She wants you. But
She's in a lot of
like
different
that.
ranges from you. She's in all the ranges.
I guess like kind
She's
of
hitting all the notes.
disengaging her. If I move from her, she's gonna opportunity me, I guess.
If you
Unless
disengage,
you
you won't have any other actions, but she won't be able to attack you.
Oh, I want to hit that bitch. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna use the old bone skull maul that I have.
Okay.
I don't need to roll for control on this one. Does a 17? It's a magic weapon, so does a 17 hit her?
Yes, it does.
So, I guess the bludgeoning thing's not gonna affect her, right? She's not like a bones thing.
Is it a magical weapon?
Well, yeah, but it's only if
Oh.
Actually, yeah, never mind.
Oh.
Well, no, it's
It will affect.
Oh
her,
no,
'cause-
it just says if I'm using that type of weapon. Yeah, just
Right.
kidding. That worked. Oh, so it's 2d8 then. Okay.
She has resistance to non-magical weapons because she's ethereal. But you're hitting her with a magic weapon.
So
she's gonna take half damage.
9 plus 4, 13 damage.
Wow.
Where's Owen Wilson when you need him?
All right. That looks
Yeah.
like she was glowing a little bit more brightly, but you beat her as you whack her with this
Get away from me,
club.
woman.
Gary, the greenish hue dampens again on her, and with that, it will be over to Bard. Eve, you're on deck.
I'm going to attack the mummy that just dropped Millicene, and that is a 15 to hit.
He's dead. There are two
Okay.
behind you that are still alive.
Okay, I'm gonna go for one of those.
Which one? There's one that's attacking Eve and one that's attacking Thorik.
The one that's attacking Thorik.
Yes, thank you.
All right, Roll your attack, sir. Or use the same attack if you already rolled it.
Yeah.
15?
Yeah.
Hits. Damage.
All right. That's 9 piercing damage.
Oh, that's not bad.
And as a bonus action, I'd like to use Mantle of Inspiration. So I start like glowing purple with my Rockstar lights, and I can nominate
The
4
disco
people.
party!
Everybody's in the party. Eve's in the party. Orin's in the party. Millicene, you're in the party too. And who's hurt
Back
more?
there,
Gary?
down the
No,
stairs.
Gary's good. Gary just got
Gary's-
that sweet butter.
Thoric, have you been hurt?
No, I'm good. Just emotionally a little bit. I mean, it's normal.
Bernard will be the 4th one. All 4 of you guys get 5 temporary hit points, and you can now use a full movement action without invoking attack of opportunity.
Elio.
You gave that
Alrighty.
to Bernard, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just wanted to. It cut out at the end. My bad.
Banab. No, sorry. Eve, it's your action. I don't know why I said Banab. Eve, it's your action. Thoric, you're on deck.
So I'm still engaged with the same one that was attacking me originally?
Yes, he's very committed to this relationship.
I'm not. I'm going to try and break it off.
Did
with
you
him.
call me Thoric again?
He did.
Okay.
He said you're on
I
deck.
was so confused.
I am so sorry. I don't know what. I must have like a mental block or something. I don't know what's going on
Probably
here.
just write my name in the username thing.
Orn, you're on deck. I'm sorry. Eve, what'd you roll to hit?
16.
That hits.
Alright, 6 damage.
You dig your daggers into him, tearing out some flesh, revealing a concave abdomen with no internal organs. Looks like everything in there has been removed, and tearing free some of the bandages that hang about him. Smells terrible. I need another con save. Oh, and Bard, I need a con save for you. I forgot to say it.
Alright.
17.
Well done. Bard?
It's not good. It's a 5.
Bard, you are infected. You feel sickened as a disease takes hold on your body. And with that, Orn. Definitely Orn and no one else. It's your initiative. Mel, you're on deck.
Alright, so I'm going to use my last fighting spirit. So that's going to give me another temporary 5 HP.
Okay.
Give me a total of 20 temporary HP. So I'm doing real good. That's also going to give me advantage on all my attacks this round. How many are in front of me right now?
Just one.
All right, if I kill that one with one hit, just in theory, am I close enough to attack another one?
You're close enough to attack the wailing woman.
Fine.
You'll
that's-
need to
yeah,
move.
Okay.
You'll need to move,
That's
but you have movement to do
That's
that.
fine. 21 to hit.
21? Yes, sir. 21 definitely does hit.
Woo! 11 points of damage.
That will... 11 points of damage does not kill him, but he's badly injured.
All right, well then I'll just attack him again with my my left hand weapon.
Okay.
It's 19 on the die, so I'm not going to add that up.
What's the least amount of damage you can do to him?
I do 6 on the die.
You
Plus 3.
rip his head off on your backswing with your wakizashi, and the mummy is completely reduced to dust by the time the rags reach the floor. All right, with that, it is over to Millicene.
I'm gonna have Bernard go first so we don't forget him.
Okay.
He's gonna turn around and go for one of the other dead guys that's behind us.
All right, you got one that's
Alright.
attacking Eve and one that's attacking Thoric.
Use action search.
I'll go after the one attacking Thoric.
Okay.
He misses.
All right, Millicene. You're like
Um,
laying down on these stone stairs, looking at the tunnel, the upside down shape of this tunnel.
I'm gonna get up.
Okay.
What is around me in this tunnel?
So down the way that the tunnel goes, you can see that there are a number of alcoves in the wall. Looks like some sort of elven catacomb. And you can see that the tunnel goes around a bend to the left. You can't see down that way. Can you see it on the map?
Oh, okay. Yes. I guess I'll not abandon my party and explore the catacombs by myself. I'll go up the stairs and I'm gonna shoot firebolt at the one attacking Eve.
Okay. They're okay?
Yeah, that'll work.
Alright.
No. Nothing.
Alright. With that, it will be time for another initiative roll. Let's do Gary.
8.
15. I am on fire tonight.
Not with your attacks,
You're just
though.
getting
Shut up.
lucky.
Let me live it. Let me live this dream. Let me enjoy this moment. I don't even need to hit.
I'm fine with that.
I don't even
You
need to
can go
hit.
first.
I can just enjoy the initiative. This is fun. I'm having a good time. We're all enjoying this. It's fun. It's fun. So
Oh,
my
I'm at 18. Just kidding.
I totally throw it. I rolled a 15.
Yeah, no, I was kidding.
We're too late for that. Alright, so we're going to do the... Cyclops is going to do her save first. Cyclops definitely does not save. She rolled a natural 1. Glad I got that out of the way first.
Come on.
Eve!
3 rounds in a row.
Yep. Eve,
Yes.
the mummy fighting you is going to swing at you. An 11? That doesn't hit,
No.
right? Okay. Thoric, the mummy fighting you, is going to swing again. Ooh, he's 19.
F, that hit.
6 points of slashing damage, sir. I need a con save from you. I need a con save from Bernab, and a con save. Well, Bard already failed his. So, this round, Bard.
Yes.
I'll get back to you because it's supposed to be on your initiative. I have to remember on your initiative. Alright, so, I said 6 points of slashing damage for Thoric, and I need a con save for Bernab and a con save for Thoric.
Yeah, con save 9.
Ooh. You were already infected, weren't you?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll get back
And
to you.
do I do a con save for the one that I killed?
Yes. Thank you. I totally forgot about that.
It's 11 plus 4, so 15.
You succeed. What did Bernard get?
13.
He succeeds. Alright. That will be... Nearest.
Nearest 2.
Seeing how things are going, Nearest is going to fade into the floor and disappear.
She's email. Fade away.
And with that, it will be over to... Oh, Malcolm. Malcolm had just brought his barrel to bear on her, and she falls into the floor, and he's like, ah! Good riddance, Joy!
Wait, do I get to hit her because she's leaving my?
She disengaged.
Or she disengaged.
She disengaged. Yeah. So that will be over to Mellowscene for your initiative, ma'am. Orin, you're on deck.
Alright, I'm going to try again to do something. We'll see how that goes.
Let's have that control roll.
11.
Ooh. Well, it had a 1 in it. I can dream.
Sorry. So sorry. And range attack. Seven to hit.
No, ma'am. A 7 does not hit. What on earth is going on with you?
I don't know. Between
Mellowscene's hit an attack.
Go ahead and roll for Benab.
I'm getting rid of that. That die is... We're dead on that one. Okay, this one's better. 17 to hit
Yes,
for Bernard.
ma'am. Yes, it does.
Finally, cheat. And that is going to be 10 damage.
Bernard puts another one down. That's the most damage he's done all night. Bernard...
At least one of my characters is doing something. He's my Roberto.
He destroys the mummy that was fighting Thoric.
For a brief minute, he thought he was going to be out of a job, so he's really wanting to get these mummies dead.
I need one save from Bernard. Well, actually, he already saved this round, so he doesn't need to save again.
And I just want to let you know, if you're not aware, it's 10-10.
Yeah, I know. We started late, so
That's
figured
fine.
it's okay if we run over a little bit. We are almost done with this. Manny, are you still with us? There you are. You're frozen for a bit there.
You're frozen. I'm not frozen.
Let it go!
Orn, you're up.
Can you
Eve,
hear
you're on
me?
deck. Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright. I don't have advantage anymore. Is there any other... How many skeletons are?
There's a mummy that's fighting Eve. She seems to be doing just fine. Bard and Bernard are giving her moral support from the other side of the mummy.
And that's the last one?
That's the last one.
The wailing lady decided to leave? Alright. So I'm going to charge at this thing and just stab both of my blades into it.
Please don't hit.
And try to tackle it at the same time.
Stabby stab.
Away from... Yep.
Roll thine attack.
So a 7 doesn't hit, but does a 17 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It'd be hilarious if you just like ran right by it.
4 damage.
You do. Just run right by it. And you take its head off. As you run on by, slashing through, and I need one more con save from you and one more con save from Eve. Eve, you hadn't saved this round yet, right?
Mod 20.
Mod 20. Eve, you hadn't saved for con this round, right?
Nope, I hadn't.
Okay. What's your con save?
Mod 20.
Well done. Wow, you guys actually got... That's like the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So, Thoric and Bard, you two failed your saves. And as the hall falls silent, the two of you feel an overwhelming sense of exhaustion come over you. You gain the first level of exhaustion, which gives you disadvantage on all ability checks.
Gotcha.
You
Does
currently...
exhaustion go away with short rest?
Is that the only effect to disease, or is this like a mystery disease that we
this
don't know the condition of?
This is a mystery disease. You know you're sick with something. You can feel that your body is fighting something off, and
Okay.
you will. There's a fighting off period in which you might die, and then a getting better window, beyond which
Okay.
you could best it. Also,
So
there is you can use magical curing to overcome it.
Oh, well, heck yeah.
There are magical cures for disease. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we're going to stop for the evening. The party has successfully bested Nereus twice thus far in the Tomb of the Guardian. So we will pick up not this next week, but the week after, which I looked up before I started the game, and I've already forgotten what day that is. That's the 15th. So, 15th will be our next broadcast. Thank you for joining us tonight for TPK. We will see you all the week after next.